And a good evening to you from Mount Horeb High School, home of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. It's homecoming tonight as they take on the Goslings of Watertown. It is our fantastic homecoming coverage here tonight. It's going to be a fun one as the Vikings are at home once again. Last week, victorious against Fort Atkinson, winning big 57-24, allowing just one score in that second half. The Vikings atop the Badger Small standings, 5-1 overall, their lone loss to Monroe. And 4-0 in Badger Small conference play. They take on Watertown from the Badger Large here tonight. Watertown coming in 0-6 overall. They have yet to win here in 2022, and 0-4 in the Badger Large. And it was last week victorious, like we said, 57-24 against Fort Atkinson, and really piling it on in that second half. A big-time night for Trenton Owens. They call him T.O., and he was Mr. TD last week. Junior quarterback Casey Helgeson with a nice night as well. He's really doing some good things, running the ball. They're big playmakers. Trenton Owens. Of course, quarterback Casey Helgeson. Tyler Beekner on the edges. Landon Elstead. They have playmakers across the field here. And you can see big chunks of yards last week against Fort Atkinson, really wearing them down in the second half. Another touchdown run here for Trenton Owens. And this Fort Atkinson team last year was right up there, top of the conference standings. Owen Primusberger, a sophomore, had a kickoff return for a touchdown as well, a big run here. He's showing some promise as just a sophomore. And again, big chunks. Good protection from this offensive line. That's been a focal point here. And defensively, too, really controlling things for the Vikings. A nice run by Helgeson. Running the ball a bit more. Ethan Tranel playing big. Ethan Tranel, 21 receptions on the year, 4 touchdowns for Ethan Tranel. Big time closing out run here for Trenton Owens. Owens 100 rushes, 461 yards, and 9 touchdowns. Here's Beekner taken to the house. Tyler Beekner, a senior. Doing some good things in the passing game. 16 receptions for Tyler Beekner. And again, the Vikings victorious last week, 57-24. They take on Watertown. Here tonight, Brad Richardson going to be joined by Mark Frederickson and Jack Perrine. And we are happy to continue this homecoming tradition. And it's going to be a fun one here. We've got a couple cameras operating here as well tonight, giving you that typical homecoming production as Mount Horeb takes on Watertown here tonight in a Badger crossover matchup. We'll have more on Wisco Radio.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did. Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw.
His head bigger than his head. And welcome back to Viking Stadium, home of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings, taking on Watertown here tonight. A homecoming matchup 2022. We're able to catch up with head coach Brett St. Arnold on our Wisco Radio pregame show. And we'll have his thoughts on the season so far and the matchup versus Watertown right here on Wisco Radio. Welcome back to our Wisco Radio pregame show, joined by Vikings head coach Brett St. Arnold. Brett, appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's the coach's dream. It's homecoming week, and we know exactly how coaches feel about homecoming week. But there is something special about homecoming week, especially in the smaller towns. The communities together, the schools are kind of together. I know there's a lot of work on the coach's side to make this a successful week, but you do at the end of the day have to enjoy everything that comes with homecoming.
You know, the Mount Horeb and Barneveld communities both, having Barneveld's homecoming last week and seeing the small communities, how they treat homecoming and the way that we do here in Mount Horeb as well. It's just a lot of fun. They make it fun. Make it fun for the kids, make it fun for everybody, to get the community involved, with the parade and then the pep rallies and everything else. I mean, it is a really good time, especially in a small town. As a coach, you know there's all those distractions, and you really get concerned about the distractions that sometimes take precedence over the actual game. But the kids are focused. We know that they're ready to go, and we know that we've done our best to keep everything, in line with what we need to be doing. It's about the football game for us, and then we can celebrate after.
Well, speaking of putting yourselves in a good spot here, you're in a 4-game winning streak, set back with Monroe, but you've been playing good football, some really good teams around the stretch. What have you been most proud of during this 4-game winning streak?
It's the development over week to week. We knew coming into the season we would be relatively young, and we knew we would probably go through some growing pains. And still some of those things are still a little prevalent because we are young, but the kids know that these sophomores that are starting, we want them to start acting like juniors. It's getting towards that end of the year, the last third of the season. Juniors start acting like seniors, and then the seniors start acting like super seniors, essentially. That's what we're looking for. Now, we take that next step and we put 4 quarters together as an entire team, the 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. We have our goal board in the weight room. Our goal this week is to black out our goal board. We haven't done that yet. It's always been 2 of the 3 phases we do well in, but there's always one phase that we just might struggle in a game. And we want to do well in all 3 phases. If we can start doing well in all 3 phases, that's what I'm looking for. But I'm really proud of just their development over the course of the year so far. I mean, even our freshman team, as an example, last week, beat Fort Atkinson 24-0, and Fort Atkinson their freshman just beat DeForest's freshman 21-7. That shows growth throughout the entire program, and that's what we're looking for. Top to bottom, I'm just proud of all the boys, of all the things they've accomplished so far, but we got to keep it rolling.
Last week you took on Fort Atkinson a year ago. That was really a game that separated the conference championship. 55-21 winners last weekend. You allowed just the one touchdown in the second half. Looked like you guys got better as the game got on. Was that your takeaway as well?
Yeah, I thought that, we didn't play the best in the first half. I think it arguably might have been one of our worst halves that we played. But in the second half, we played, I know, to our potential. 35-7 second half is kind of what I was hoping for in the first half. However, Fort Atkinson, they're a good team, and they showed up, and that's what happens when you get a good team that shows up, and maybe you don't show up in your best form to start the game. But them coming out of the locker room in the second half and responding to how they played in the first half was a big key for me as a coach, just understanding that they can struggle through some adversity but bounce back really quickly.
Looking at your stats here this year, and really interesting, and I'm sure you're proud of this fact, but the balance offensively is something that is it's remarkable for a high school team to be so close yardage-wise. You're almost identical with passing and rushing touchdowns. It has to feel good. I mean, that tells you have a good, solid team across the board. Just talk about that balance and the focus of this team.
I feel like we're one of those teams that you have to kind of pick who you want to stop. A lot of people are going to look at paper or look at previous film and say, well, we got to stop 22, we got to stop 2, we got to stop 12, we got to stop 9, we got to stop, go on down the line, right? You have to kind of pick who you're going to stop. You can't stop all of them because one game, T.O. has a great game. One game, T.B. has a good game. The next game, L.J. goes off. Then Tranel goes off. So you really have to pick your battles. That's what we thought we would have offensively coming into the season. A lot of weapons, a lot of ways for us to attack defenses. And that's proven to be the truth. I mean, we are very athletic in all of our skill spots. And that makes it difficult on a defense to prepare for. And I think that's kind of been our ticket throughout the year. And then, obviously the emergence of Casey and his ability to throw the ball has just been remarkable for us, because now teams are really like, okay, do we play off on the pass and let them run, or do we come up on the run and let them pass? And as you can see, it's been week to week. We went into Sauk Prairie, and Sauk Prairie said, we're not going to let you run the ball. We're going to stack the box, and Casey threw 310 yards. And then we had, a couple teams that decided that they're going to play off and pass, and we go for almost 300 yards rushing. So it really depends week to week what they're going to give us. We're going to take it because we know that we can be successful with it. So that makes it very difficult, I think, for opposing defenses trying to defend us. And that's exciting for us as a coach, because now any given play, any one of these kids can go off. And that's very exciting for us.
Now, looking at the other side of the ball defensively, I know you've given up some big plays here and probably a focus of your coaching staff, but I've been really impressed with the point of attack, right? Seem like you're owning the line of scrimmage in most cases. That, obviously helps on the back end. What are your thoughts on the defense?
It's been one of those things coming into the season, we graduated our entire defensive line, right? Our defensive line, who arguably was one of the better defensive lines I have been privileged to be a part of and seen. Replacing those kids was going to be a challenge. We knew that. But we also thought our back seven would be really good. So we determining about how we were going to attack the defensive line, and Caleb McNamer's really stepped up, especially at that that nose spot, and he's able to rotate throughout the entire line. And obviously when Drew was doing great, then obviously when he comes back, he's going to be a staple point for us. Garrett Waffler's been fantastic for us. Dane, Will Ryan. I mean, all these kids that come in and rotate in, and McNally. We have a good rotation on the defensive line, and obviously our linebackers in Eli and Z are just they fly to the football. They're fast, and obviously Z has just got a nose during the pass game. Like, he should probably have 8 interceptions this year. I think he's only got a couple, but he should have 8. He's had a lot hit his hands, and he's dropped. And I think our secondary is arguably one of the best position groups we have. Last week doesn't say that, but how we play and how we know they can play, that's one of the best positions I think we have on our team as far as depth and as far as skill. So I think that we're going to be just fine, but I think that as the defense continues to progress here and some of these playmakers start really rolling out, I think we're going to be a really good defense, controlling line of scrimmage. And as you saw, even when we go against good quarterbacks like a Mason Keys, we were able to pick him off 3 times and even dictate, like you said, the line of scrimmage against the Forest. And I think that that's huge for us because then that makes it difficult to run and pass. So we're kind of one of those teams where we're balanced across the board on offense and defense, and that's really exciting stuff for us.
Well, our game tonight, you're taking a Watertown team maybe not a lot of experience from our Mount Horeb Barneveld fans playing Watertown. At least I don't know much about them. They come in with no wins, but they've definitely kept some games close, and they could have a couple wins on their resume. What do you know about Watertown, and what are your keys of victory tonight?
Watertown is they like to pass the ball. They're a big passing team. Now, depending on who takes the field for Watertown today, it could change. Not sure with the situation with their quarterback. They could end up turning into a Q run kind of team where the quarterback takes off and runs. It's kind of how their JV attacked our JV last night with a lot of Q runs. They had a running back at quarterback, and he was doing a lot of just catch a snap and run type stuff. This is outside zone, inside stuff. So could we see that? We could. They've been primarily a passing team throughout the year. They've already racked up, I think, like 1,400 yards passing, which is a lot of yards. This kind of relatively early in the season. They've got two really good receivers. So knowing that, what we have to do on defense, if they do come out in the pass attack, make sure we get pressure on the quarterback. But we think that we can kind of dictate the line of scrimmage with a three front. So we'll probably come out in the three. If it ends up becoming a problem with their run, then we can come out in four front. Really, we've prepared for both. Offensively, we think that we can do it. We have a lot of things we think we can exploit tonight. I think using with the run and the pass, it really depends on what they're giving us. Whatever they give us, as we already talked about, right, we're happy to take. So as the game goes on, what happens will be dictated by how Watertown reacts, and I think that we'll be ready for it.
All right, Coach St. Arnold here on our Wisco Radio pregame show. Looking forward to this matchup with the Goslings of Watertown here on homecoming. Thank you very much, Brett.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll have more, and of course, Watertown right here at Mount Horeb on Wisco Radio.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings! Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
And welcome back to Mount Horeb High School, home of the 2022 homecoming versus the Watertown Goslings. A beautiful night here in Mount Horeb. You cannot ask for a better night. It is fantastic here. Brad Richardson, go Land Sharks, right? Go some Land Sharks. Lots of Land Sharks here tonight. Mark Frederickson, Jack Perrine. Guys, Happy to be here again. It's so much fun to be with you guys and fun covering these Vikings.
We were talking earlier, and I think we have not lost a game since the three of us have been doing homecoming. So if Coach St. Arnold is smart as I think he is, he should probably have us do every game.
He should.
We'd go to Camp Randall.
We would, and we'd win.
Yeah.
Collecting gold balls is what we do.
I'm sure lots of people would like it if we actually did more work than we would do now. So
we're good at patting ourselves on the back. We're good at that.
we've got on camera here tonight Will Imbus and Jack Goodwin. Of course, you hear those young gentlemen on many of the Vikings radio calls. Helping us with video here tonight, Blaine Bestel and Cam Cameron. They're doing all the work down in the trailer. Happy to be here on Homecoming 2022. Watertown coming in 0-6 overall. 0-4 in the Badger Large. Most recently losing to Beaver Dam 39-27 and led by 14 at the half. Vikings will receive. Short kick at the 25, near side 30. 35, up around the 37-yard line. And the Vikings have good starting field position. Lane Elstead, one of the playmakers for the Vikings, sets up shop just shy of the 40-yard line.
You know, Brad, I think a real key tonight is going to be how do the MHB Vikings come out? It's homecoming week. The Goslings have some injuries to some of their key players, and our kids know that. So how will we come out right away to set the tone?
First down and 10, Vikings from their own 39-yard line. Handoff to Trenton Owens up around the 40-yard line. And it's interesting. You look at a team like the Vikings and, you know, spread formation. They want to create these running lanes, and you instantly think, you know, pass heavy.
Yeah.
That's not the case. This team relies on the run very much, and they've done a good job of grinding some teams down in the second half.
Well, I think the offensive line to this date has played really, really well.
Second down and 9 after a modest carry on first down. Helgeson, the quarterback, the junior from Barneveld. He'll rolls his right. It's tipped. Looking for Trannell near side, and it's going to be a third down coming up.
Good little sticker out there to the outside, but defensive end read it. Got a hand on it. Third and long.
Yeah, this Watertown defense giving up 28 points per contest. So they've been scored on pretty heavily. Little light up front, looks like. Third down and 9 for the Vikings. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Ball middle of the field for Helgeson. Shotgun, has protection, he throws.
Yep.
First down up
LJ.
around for Elstead around midfield. Gets inside the Goslings' 49-yard line.
Landon's a kid who's averaging 19 yards on every catch. He is a playmaker and a game changer.
Surprisingly athletic, too. He kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
As far as athleticism goes, they've got some playmakers on the edges. And I tell you what, they get Tyler Beekner in space as well in this passing game. Pretty fun to watch. Here, Trannell near side.
On offense.
Another playmaker. First down and 10. Handoff. That's T.O. Owens left side. 45-40. Owens, the 30. Owens cuts inside and keeps his feet to 20. And Trenton Owens inside the 12-yard line.
Watertown's finding out quick that they need to have a lot of hats on the ball when he's carrying the ball.
He's tough to bring down.
Well, he is showing that time and time again. The junior, small in stature, but he is one thick young man.
And with our threat at wide receiver and the fact that we are bigger up front, we should be able to get on the edges on them a little bit. And right there is where Trent got off left tackle there. Really nice run. And a penalty on Watertown.
Yeah. Did you see what was the penalty? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Nope. Sorry.
Nope.
So they go half the distance. The goal looks like. So they're inside the 10-yard line. Yeah, I didn't see it.
First and goal at about the 9, it looks like. 8 or 9. Nope, now they're backing them up. Make up your mind, guys.
All right.
Oh, got to get the chains down now.
Nice promising opening drive here for the Vikings, taking over at their own 39-yard line. They have marched in just 4 plays. They are inside the 15 for sure. We'll see where things end up. And going to wave off the hanky.
Not going to say anything about the officials tonight. I think they're doing a great job so far.
We're 4 plays in, Prino. I don't know.
1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Bunch formation to the right. Here's Helgeson. Shotgun, hands off. Owens, left side. Owens a 5.
Same
Owens
play.
near the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. 5 plays, 61 yards.
Same play they ran just the play before. They just simple inside handoff, got him on the edge, and Watertown had no answer.
10:21 left here, opening quarter, and a quick 5-play, 60-plus drive for the Vikings.
That was not a serendipitous drive. We anticipated that.
We
did we not?
That's true. Good call on that.
Score 6-0 here, and Vikings will show that 2-point conversion look a lot, but more often than not, they actually kick the extra point. So
Got a couple of really good kickers actually could go to.
very good. Yep. Trana will be kicking, but Zach McGuire's done an excellent job as well. Here's the kick up and slices the uprights. 7-0 Vikings with 10:21 to go in this first quarter. We'll keep things right here. And here's the touchdown run by Owens.
Just pinned in that right end, and that was it.
Yeah, I mentioned the play of the offensive line, 2 dates, and they show it there. This is an undersized Watertown defense, and they're going to have their hand full here tonight. You know, this Mount Horeb Barneveld team took down DeForest, which I think might have been the turning point in this season. It was early on. They come off a loss from Monroe, and I think everyone probably had DeForest as the clear favorite in the small. And that victory for the Vikings, I think, set the tone, and Coach St. Arnold talked about it in our interview. He goes, we wore DeForest down in the second half and won that football game, and a big credit to that offensive line.
Well, the Monroe game, the score ended up at 40-19, but that game was a lot closer than that score. And I think our kids probably gained a lot of confidence in a loss. You know, I'll never say there's a good loss, but that was a loss where I think they found out they can really play.
Yep.
And then they came out against DeForest, and, you know, I think they proved what they already knew, that they were a good football team.
Won a physical game.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
On that last touchdown, they ran behind Matthew Mahoney, who's 245, and Austin Livefried, 250, and those 2 guys just collapsed the side of the defense.
Here's the kick to the end zone, a booming kick. No win here tonight. I mean, the flags are not moving at all tonight. That's all leg and a touchback. Boy, it's nice to see a kicker come through. It's hard to find a good high school kicker. It really is, and I get it. I played football, and none of us could kick either, but having somebody with a soccer background, boy, it's a nice thing to have for sure. First offensive series here for the Goslings. 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. It's going to be a run left side, and nothing there behind the line of scrimmage, back near the 11-yard line. And knifing in there was Mason Weaver, the 6'1 senior.
A kid that is so athletic, you just got to find he doesn't really have a natural position, but he's just so athletic, you got to have him on the field, and he just wreaks havoc on that offense.
He comes so hard off the edge.
Yep.
Just comes screaming off of there.
All the way back to round 11, I guess.
He could probably play DB, linebacker. He could play anywhere. They throw him on the D-line, you can't block him.
Trying to find who. Might go Wildcat here with their top receiver. And it's a run right side, and not much there. Cleaning up on the back end after a modest gain for Landon Fent. They're one of their leading receivers, but they are without starting quarterback, we believe, here tonight. That's really going to limit this really pass-heavy offense for Watertown.
Had some initial contact there, and then Zach McGuire came in from his linebacker spot and cleaned it up.
Couple on that one. 3rd and 16 up around the 14-yard line. Will call. Looks like it's going to be Fent again. And a hard count gets the Vikings offsides. Callan Smith, the running back. But yeah, Fent, 36 receptions, 5 touchdowns for the junior. They're a very junior-heavy team. And also Zach Schur, 27 receptions, another junior. Quarterback is injured. I think he's out for the rest of the year. That's Reese Camrith. They're losing about 1,400 yards in offense from
Snap over his
Camrith.
head down inside
Bad
the
snap
5, and,
and way back to the 5-yard line. Things are getting ugly early on for Watertown. Yeah, they're playing shorthanded, a winless team coming in shorthanded. And I'm not sure what actually was happening there.
Well, somebody who hasn't played quarterback probably for them all year. The snap count's different.
Yeah.
The cadence sounds different.
4th and 26-ish at the 4. Punting deep will be Fent. Deep in his end zone. Fent gets it, had moderate pressure, and not a great punt.
About the 35-yard line.
Boy, the Vikings
36.
are going to have clearly good starting field position here. 7-0 here, Vikings. Broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Farmers Savings Bank and Kittleson Landscape and the Norsk Golf Club. Thank you, sponsors. Really appreciate it. Some long-standing sponsors throughout the years. Makes this thing go.
Yep.
So, first down and 10, Vikings from the 38. Here's Beekner, left side, makes a cut inside the hash marks and gets up around and inside the 30-yard line.
3rd time in a row they've ran that play.
Right
stretch
behind
run.
Austin.
Same, right behind Leibfried. And when you got bigger receivers like Tranel and a kid that's pretty physical and Landon, good blockers on the edges out there, and you can run behind, you know, a kid like Austin.
2nd down and 2. Helgeson, little bubble screen.
Double
Tranel.
pass, double pass.
Double pass. He's going to throw
him wide
far
open.
side, open receiver. Can't bring it in.
T.O.
T.O. is going to have nightmares about that one.
Christian Watson never did it better. Sorry, Packer fans.
Man, that was
that one hurt.
Pretty
well
good
designed.
trickeration. Yeah.
You got to throw that ball behind you so that it's a legal pass, and he did. And he pretty much did everything but catch it for him.
You know, T.O. is going to blame Ethan Tranel on that one. Any good teammate would blame somebody else. 3rd down and 2. I like the play call, though.
Yeah. You got 2 downs to get 2 yards here.
Yep,
for
this
sure.
is 4-down territory for sure. Helgeson hands off. Beekner up at the middle of the line, and he's stretching for that 1st down marker. He's going to be short, 4th down and short coming up.
You know, and some people might say, why show that in a game like this? For that very reason, because other teams now see that on tape,
Sure.
and they'll have to practice that during the week that they play Mount Horeb.
Yep. Takes a little time out of their schedule.
Gain of around 1. And we'll see, it's going to be Beekner to backfield, Helgeson. Receiver right, 2 to the left. And offsides, looks like by the Goslings.
Oh, they got us once, so we get them back.
Yep.
Which is a collection of geese, right?
Goslings?
Goslings.
Right. Gosling. Yeah, it is. Not Ryan Goslings, but it's.
True. My favorite Gosling is.
I mean, he's my favorite Gosling. How couldn't he be?
First down and 10, Vikings up around the 24-yard line. Snap to Helgeson, has time, looking, he's throwing right side,
Got
looking
Landon.
for Elston. Almost had him in the back of the end zone.
Good ball.
Really good
nice.
ball.
Had it in his hands.
And
Couldn't quite
LJ
pull
does
it
not
in.
miss many of those.
No.
He has been Mr. Reliable. It's been really fun watching the maturation of Casey Helgeson here. He's really becoming an outstanding quarterback and throws a good ball. He's starting to look to run a little bit more.
He's athletic. That's
Yep.
the thing about him, that not that you want your quarterback running a whole lot because you don't want him getting hurt, but he can really do some damage with his legs, no doubt about it.
2nd down and 10 up around the 24-yard line. Here's Helgeson again. Handoff up the middle. That's Trenton Owens, near side 20, up around the 16-yard line. Feed it to Mr. T.O. Yeah, what a nice benefit. T.O.'s been taking the majority of the carries, over 100 rushes here on the year. And they're using Tyler Beekner, some of the backfield, but actually they're putting him in the slot a little bit, so they're throwing the ball to him a little bit. Get him on the edges as well.
Little Aaron Jones-esque.
Up around the 17-yard line, we'll call it. 3rd down and 3.
Beekner in the slot right now.
And stretch handoff. Yep. Owens, 1st down, left side. Owens inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal upcoming for the Vikings.
First guy got an arm on him, but you're not bringing him down with an arm tackle.
Oh, no.
He ran right through that, and again, we ran left.
This team is full of speed all over the place, not just 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah.
They got speed on the edges. They got speed in the backfield.
Well, you see that defensively, too. Their linebacking core, they're flying all over the place. They are definitely athletic. 1st and goal from the 7. Handoff. Owens, why not? Puts his head down, runs over a Gosling defender. Being punished was Joe Jurgala, who's going to have nightmares of Mr. T.O. on the train tracks.
That will not be the last time he sees him tonight.
No.
Brought down at the 2-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Up around the 2-yard line. That's what he will do as well. He will punish you. 2nd and goal from the 2. Fake the handoff inside, double handoff. Touchdown Vikings.
Touchdown Vikings.
Tyler Beekner, nifty little play there inside the 2, the double handoff, and Beekner gets the credit for that 2-yard score.
They're opening up the playbook here in the first 2 series.
A little bit.
They got that ball after a 3 and out. 9 plays, 37 yards.
Ethan Tranel back in our favorite formation.
Here it is. Tranel looking to throw. Incomplete. Our score after 2 consecutive drives, 13-0 Vikings. Keeping things right here. And here's that nice little double handoff. That's not something we've
quite
seen.
A play.
That's a great play. That's a great play.
You know the defensive line is not getting any push if you're running that play on the 2-yard line.
Well, that kind of answers the question on the tone being set for tonight.
Yes.
Defense with a 3 and out and the offense with 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
And we've really, in almost every game, we really haven't started really fast, right?
Exactly.
We've kind of get the train moving. It's slow. Then once it gets rolling, it's pretty tough to stop us. Go down 7-0 last week and rattle off 55 points on them, you know. And this week, we're just kind of imposing our will on them right now.
Yep. Yeah, this Watertown team comes in winless, and they're in that Badger Large. There's some tough competition in there with Wanakee, obviously. Sun Prairie East, I guess.
Yep.
The old Sun Prairie. They're in there. Both Sun Prairie schools are in there
West,
now.
Yep, the Wolves.
Oregon. So they definitely a challenge. But they're finding out this top team from the small division, not too shabby either. Here's a kick, and it's going to sail into the end zone for touchback number 2.
Kickoff sail through the end zone. Ball be spotted at the Watertown.
Still the first quarter here, a 13-0 Vikings lead. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Mount Horeb Chiropractic and Mount Horeb Utilities. Also by Samuelson Eye Care. 13-0 Vikings, 4:34 to go in this opening quarter, homecoming 2022. A great night, great crowd, and very festive here in Mount Horeb. Here's a quarterback keeper, near side 20, 25, and then 4 defenders stopping progression there. Ethan Tranel and Tyler Beekner. And Elijah Krantz going with the red club tonight. He had white last week.
Him and McGuire both. They got the Club brothers in there.
Yeah.
They both went a little double A gap there. Both of them came flying in there, but
they will fly
bounced
around
to the outside.
See who they have quarterbacking now. Is that Fent again, number 2?
Looks like
17. So Schoberg. And the run to the right side, Schoberg, a sophomore. They went with Fent, one of their leading ball players in that first drive. Lost a yard.
Going to be tough to get on the edges on our defense because our DBs, Chris, Keel, and Landon are so fast, and our linebackers, Phil, Pernot.
3rd down and 6. This is a close to a 3rd and long, you could call it. Watertown hasn't shown the ability to move the ball here yet. Here's Schoberg, the sophomore quarterback. And fumbles the snap. He's going to pick it up and run right side. He's going to dive for that first down marker. So a possibly difficult play could be resulting in Watertown's first down. And they do move the sticks, it looks like. Maybe.
Yep, looks like they gave him a first down.
The chain crew is a little slow over there.
Had a shot at him in the backfield there. We missed him.
Yep. Wobbled the snap. First down here for Watertown. 3 minutes to go this first half. Handoff near side to 35, and a flag comes flying in. That many times going to be a hold.
Well, 59 pretty much just tackled our right end.
Yep.
It wasn't really a block. He just pretty much tackled.
Yeah,
so
you see that flag coming in from the back judge like that, and that's 9 out of 10 times is a hold. Okay, here's something that I don't understand, guys. Maybe you can help me with this. So I've been thinking about this. Why in high school would you ever do this where it's a spot foul?
Okay.
Why would you do that? We're in the NFL, 10-yard hold, you go from line of scrimmage. But yet you expect these high school officials to throw the flag where the infraction happened.
And to be honest, they miss it 9 times out of 10.
It doesn't make sense, right?
That's hard.
Yeah.
You're right.
There are certain times in the NFL, though, where you'll get a run and the guy's downfield, and it will go, if there's a hold downfield, they won't always mark it from that spot. It'll be sometimes from the end of the run, or so you get a 1st and 12 or something like that.
Yeah,
but that's tough on a high school official right there.
Yeah, because they just moved it like 4 yards. So 1st and 23, it's a run left side again. That was Schoberg getting back up around and across the original line of scrimmage.
Zach McGuire did a really good job of forcing him back to the inside. We just need to get a little bit better pursuit right there. He did his job by turning him back into where the rest of his teammates are coming from.
2nd down and 9 up around the 31-yard line. Yeah, the Club brothers, Krantz and McGuire. So it's funny, McGuire has 2 interceptions to his credit, but I think he's missed 6 or 7. They've hit him right in the hands.
Hand and club.
Yeah. 2nd and 9. There's a handoff to Fent, and Fent is ripped down by Krantz. And going to lose a little bit on that one. Actually gained a couple. 3rd down and 7. Yeah, great pursuit by Krantz that time, coming from the backside. 3rd down and 7, we'll call it a full 7. On the right hash for Schoberg, the sophomore quarterback. 2 receivers left, 1 to his right. Schoberg fakes. He looks to throw at the sticks, and a one-handed catch nearly far side by Hudson Frederick. The junior could not haul it in. A 4th down coming up.
TB undercut that route a little bit, so he had to throw a little bit higher. If he'd have thrown that a little bit lower, that might have gone 6 points the other way. That was good defense right there.
So after a 1st down, Watertown potentially another punting situation.
I don't think we think he can kick it very far. This is about the shallowest I've seen our return guy in about 15 years.
Stands at his own 21-yard line. Heavy pressure, and he got annihilated.
Is that running into the kicker or?
That was brutality is what it was.
By about 3 guys.
Punter brutality right there.
I just missed it. I didn't see what he called. That's roughing.
I think it should be roughing.
Tough to argue with that one, Prino.
I mean,
That was a really good call by the official.
Look at you complimenting the refs
I know.
today.
That might be the only time ever.
Wow. Basketball officials, if they're listening, they're like, wait a minute, who is that guy?
No, basketball officials are really good. The ones we have. Excellent. By the way, we want to make sure, Coach Fred and I, to welcome Brad to our coaching staff. If you come to the games, when you come to the games this year, you'll see that Brad is now part of the high school basketball coaching staff. So welcome, Brad.
Excited.
We rounded out the broadcast team tonight, and he's rounding out our coaching staff.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great to have you aboard.
I'm just everywhere, I guess. You can't get rid of me.
Absolutely.
No, it's going to be fun.
About it.
Excited to work with you guys.
Yep.
First down and 10 at their own 45 after a gift first down. Quarterback keeper left side and dragged down from behind.
Dwyer.
Not a lot of running room there for Schoberg. Krantz knifed in there.
Schoberg, the ball carrier.
For a kid with one hand, when he hits you, you stay hit pretty much. He don't miss many tackles, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you stay hit.
You stay hit.
2nd and 8.
10th play of the drive here for Watertown. They've got something cooking, trailing 13-0 after a failed 2-point conversion. Second score of the game. Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. 45 seconds and counting. Schoberg fakes the handoff. Lead block near side.
Another hold.
Flag comes in, and there's Krantz again.
59. With another.
Selfishly taking all the tackles.
59?
He's 59's got a couple good tackles, only he's playing left tackle.
Ivan Smothers, a 6', 210 sophomore.
Yeah. He's got holding down to a science.
Yeah, I'm guessing from the looks of how things have gone for Watertown this year, it's things like that. It's probably going to keep this team from, I mean, they're scoring 14 points a game, so kind of young. They lose the 6 there. 2nd and 14, we'll call it. Back around the 41-yard line.
Now he's got to deal with Mason Weaver coming off the edge.
Yeah, they've lost 1,400 yards in passing yards from junior quarterback Reese Camrith, who is out tonight and potentially out the rest of the year for the Goslings. 4 receivers for Schoberg, and he's going to elect to run right side. Krantz from the back side. Krantz chase him down. Help on the edges as well. No running room there for Schoberg. That was Beekner who got the tackle inside the 40-yard line.
Get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. We're going to do that really quick here.
After one quarter, the Vikings 13 and a visiting Watertown Goslings nothing here on Wisco Radio.
Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
And back at Viking Stadium, homecoming first quarter of 13-0, welcoming Watertown here tonight. Brad Richardson, Mark Frederickson, and Jack Preen with you. We've got a whole crew. I'm not sure. I mean, the cost of this production is out of this world. We've got Will Imbus and Jack Goodwin. They raise a hefty price for sure. Blaine Bestel and Cam Cameron down the trailer. Happy to be here tonight. We have so much fun doing these games. And I'm glad they let us keep coming back every year because
it's
a little touch and go there. You know,
we haven't got them kicked off the radio yet.
No. Another failed attempt, run left side. There's 3 land sharks over there lurking for the Vikings. Hey, got my land shark shirt on tonight.
Hey.
Had to break it out. Hopefully it's not bad luck.
I love that.
Yeah.
You can tell Watertown wants to run the ball so the clock runs.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got to get some first downs in there. from time to time to get it to
Positive
run.
yards helps
Shorten the game a little.
to move the chains, to keep the ball away from our offense.
4th and 14 and no gain on that. 12-play drive going to result in a possible punt over his head. And
Here comes Mason
it's going to be
Weaver.
recovered. Doesn't matter who picks it up, but inside the 20-yard line, the Vikings got there anyway. And special teams is...
Well, that's about their 4th bad snap. They've had a couple of them under center,
some high
and a couple of them to
snaps
their
and
punter.
a poor punt. And, boy, you're going to give Vikings ball inside the 20-yard line.
He about snapped that one all the way to Pine Bluff.
He did.
And Mason Weaver with recovery.
Well, I bet you $10 they run left.
They've had a little success behind Matthew Mahoney and
Well, they got
Austin
Teal lined up as basically a tight end position. Beekner in the backfield. I think they're going to run to the left.
Well, he's lined up on the left of the quarterback, so maybe not. Maybe they're running left.
Little sweep.
Oh, little reverse
and around.
and
Tranel
throw.
again. Going to throw to Helgeson. Right side. Helgeson.
Touchdown.
Near the end zone.
He reached it over.
And is he out of bounds?
They mark him short.
I thought he reached the ball over the corner of the goal line there.
Helgeson, one of the starters on the basketball team for Coach Tyler Sullivan over in Barneveld. And they're going to say out of bounds, what, at the 1? Boy.
What do you think of that call, Prino?
They are pulling out every play they've got in the playbook
Ethan
tonight.
Tranel must be on somebody's fantasy team because they're trying to get him some passing touchdowns here tonight.
I wish he was on my fantasy
too.
team.
I'm 0-3.
I could use the
stink.
points.
His feet must have been out of bounds.
1st and goal at the 1. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's a handoff. Owens right side, and he is stoned at the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to say touchdown. He got in with extra effort. I thought maybe he was stopped short, but the official signals touchdown. 11:02 to go in this first half. Yeah, yards after contact is a important stat for Trenton Owens.
He's just tough to bring down. Tough kid, runs hard, got low center of gravity.
19-0 here. See if go to more traditional 2-point conversion look here with their offense, which again I don't mind going for 2, but I think put your offense out there and run your stuff.
It's worked pretty good for us in the past.
And delay of game. Ouch.
Timeout.
So okay. Before the delay of game. Timeout Vikings here with 11:02 to go in this opening half. A 19-0 Vikings lead at home. A beautiful night for football brought to you tonight by Farmers Savings Bank, Kittleson Landscape, and Norsk Golf Club.
Huge crowd tonight.
Big crowd.
Little trivia for tonight. 20
we would
years,
expect nothing less.
20 years ago tonight, something happened in Mount Horeb football history.
I know.
What is it?
They won an outright conference championship.
They did. They beat
Wanakee.
that night. Pete
I was
Schmidt.
here.
Yep. I just got reminded by that on a text from
Yep.
their coach, Kent Arneson. Thanks, Garnt. Thanks, Arnie.
How long was the field goal that he made that he had never attempted all year?
40?
45 yards. Maybe it was 50. It's grown over the years.
Into the wind.
Into the wind.
So, yeah, we are getting to a point in the season here, guys, where you start looking at possible conference championships.
Right. Absolutely.
Especially the way that this team is playing. Here's a handoff left side, and Beekner is going to be stopped short of the goal line. 19-0 is our new score. Back to this touchdown run from Trenton Owens, which again, he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage and reaches out, actually kind of rolls on top of a Watertown defender. And even by that look, I'm not sure how he got in, but we'll take it.
Well, we got the 2, chase that point down. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that touchdown coming off a gift, though. 2 plays, 18 yards. It's 19-0. Vikings have scored every time they have touched the football. I would not be surprised if there's also special teams and defensive scored here tonight.
It would not surprise me one bit.
Because they have been doing it against other teams all season long. Yeah, so 8 total conference championships in Vikings football history. The last outright was 20 years ago. So,
Yep.
it feels like this team has definitely been in the conversation for a long, long time here recently, but just only 8 of those conference championships.
Who did we split it with in 2015?
I don't know. Want a key?
I know we beat them here. I'm trying to remember who we split it with.
Here's the kick at the 10-yard line, and it's going to be fake to handoff. Left side, 20, 25, up around the 30, 35, up around the 40-yard line for Watertown. Taking over.
Brought down by Tranel.
Yeah, you look at the upcoming schedule here, and I think this team's doing a good job of staying in the moment, but you can't help but think about, playoff positioning. If you're an outright champion, that gives you a really good chance at a 1 seed. Anytime you play at home, it's what you want to do.
Host a couple games at least.
I think they really want to maybe take that bad taste out of their mouth from last year where they were, home game against Onalaska and didn't really show up. But I think that's in the back of everyone's mind here with this program.
Yep.
Flag comes in late after a loss on the play. Next week, Vikings host Stoughton. And then 2 weeks from tonight, they travel to Portage.
2 teams that are having good seasons.
1 loss Portage.
Yep. DeForest and Portage both with a loss. DeForest lone loss so far has come to the hands of the Vikings. I think Defoe and Portage play tonight. So big game up there.
Personal foul on Mount Horeb there. Not sure what that was, but
yeah, something late. They had
he didn't signal face mask or anything. He just said personal foul. So
yeah, I'm guessing a late hit, perhaps.
Must have been.
Ball now at the Vikings 48-yard line. Goslings get a gift, first down. Trailing 19-0 here. 10:30 to go, first half. Here's Schoberg, the sophomore, another bad snap. He's going to tuck and run. Schoberg, no room to run it all back at the 50-yard line. And just no running room there. I think that was Beekner who closed the gap.
It seems like the center is snapping it at about his shoulders. I wonder how tall the regular starting quarterback is versus who they have in there right now. I mean, it seems like he's in a little bit of a rhythm where he snaps the ball.
Well, they got Camrith, the normal starter, at 5'11", and Schoberg at 5'11", which is probably a football height.
I tried to make an excuse for him, but
well, I'm guessing the program is maybe inaccurate.
Could be.
It's a football height. You guys, I mean, you would never do that in basketball, right? You
never done that ever.
Never.
No.
6'4"-ish.
Ish. Right? Heavy on the ish.
Third down and 8 to go. Getting about 4 on that run. I don't know, maybe 4 down territory here for Watertown if they get a few yards. Get close to the stick. Schoberg, he's going to throw it left side. Ball to the ground.
We got it.
And that will be a fumble. Definitely had it to begin with. Was Fent.
Slow to get up. Oh,
and a flag coming down.
Late flag.
And a late flag just came in. So this might be something here that Viking coaches may need to regroup this team and help them focus in this situation. And there's another flag far side, so I guess
that's going to be on Watertown's bench.
That's definitely on Watertown's bench.
Yep.
So maybe
frustration bubbling over.
Roll that replay if you've got it for the fumble.
Somebody came inside out and punched that out.
Yep. Nice little bubble screen coming
Right
in.
there.
Thank these corporate sponsors. Fine Art Studios, Midwest Prototyping, Action
That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
Great job there by the Vikings defense to punch
Like
that out.
Landon Baumkamp looked like came
Yep.
from his defensive end spot.
Yep. It was bomb camp. And we've got a Watertown player. That's Fent, who is still down. And they're going to need to sort things out here. Coach Benji Camrith is less than pleased with the officials.
Chopping it up with the white hat there.
So there was a late flag. I'm not sure what the original one was. If you had to guess, it may be something, we said something perhaps after the fumble. Maybe they said something.
Celebratory penalty maybe, and then they were not happy about it.
It will be Vikings football because everything happened after the play was dead.
Maybe they're questioning whether it was a fumble or not.
Could be. Okay.
All right. Going back over here. Trying to re-roll things. I'm not sure. Kind of hard to tell. And there comes the flag from the sideline. So maybe unsportsmanlike on Watertown bench. Interesting.
Usually an official will look at who they're throwing the flag at, but he didn't even turn behind, didn't look behind him.
Nope.
Just threw a flag.
So that's unfortunate. That's Fent, one of their main ball players who can't put any weight on that left leg. Hate to see that.
We'll get the call here from the official walking over here to talk to Coach St. Arnold.
So they've moved the ball up to the 35-yard line, guys.
Yeah.
So maybe both of those flags were for the same thing.
That second one came in really late after the.
Yeah, it did. So maybe it was the reinforcement flag.
It was.
inside the Watertown 35, which first and 10, Vikings.
Still no signal on what it was.
Nope, they just came and talked to the coaches, marched it off, and we're going to play football. Trips left here, single receiver on the right.
Second fumble recovery for the Vikings. First down and 10 at the Watertown 35-yard line. Here's Helgeson. Plenty of time. He's going to run to his left. Throwing on the run, and it's batted down. There's a flag in the backfield. That one's going to be a hold.
Yep.
One
As
of
he,
the
tried to escape the pocket, our guy just
one of
grabbed
those
him.
toughest blocks for those guys on the edges.
Yep.
You've got your quarterback flowing to the outside, and it's just instinct to grab him. And
When you're a center or guard, you can kind of get away with that.
that's
but when
why I
you're
play guard, because I cheated all the time.
When you're on the
But,
edge, everybody sees you grabbing the kid.
Ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That one just happened to be right out in the open.
Yep.
Right here on the edge.
Yeah, here's a play here, and not much, but
yeah. Austin might disagree with that, but
first and 25, we'll call it. Here's the bubble screen. Near side, Beekner off a tackle, the 40. Beekner spins up inside the 36-yard line.
Another hold.
And another flag.
On us.
Yeah, they're going to call it on Landon, but I thought it was a pretty good block there. A little bit of acting by the Watertown defensive back.
So this drive is shaping up to be a dud. But it's first down, so that's positive.
Yeah.
You can see the hold right there.
Yeah, there's
when he kind of turned him.
As 10 spun around, he still had a fistful of jersey.
They lose 6 more yards.
But I am a Homer broadcaster, so I'm going to.
First and 31 by my math.
We make no bones about that.
No bones
we
about
are
it.
homers.
First and 31. Quarterback keeper. After the empty set there.
8:20 left in the half.
Second and 28. A 19-0 Vikings lead here. They've scored on their first 3 offensive possessions. Empty backfield, 5 receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Helgeson. And almost could have been intercepted. That was right place, right time for Brady Schauer, as Buechner was trying to occupy that space, and Helgeson kind of threw it right at Schauer. It does fall incomplete, though, ultimately.
So do you try to get it all back here, or you go with a safe play?
Nope. You run it and kick it.
You know what? I think you try to get to around the 40-yard line if you can, and then go for it on 4th down.
Or you run a double flea flicker. They've been doing that tonight. Why
Well,
not? What the
It's
heck?
been open.
Don't be surprised.
I mean,
It's been open. 3rd and 28-ish. Yeah, if they get 15 yards here, you might see them go for it on 4th down. Single back now for Helgeson. Helgeson back to pass. Maybe set up a screen, but
Landon
gonna
dragging. Oh,
throw it right side
wheel route.
to
Wheel,
Owen. Sideline.
Got more
Up
than
around the
15.
22-yard line.
Little wheel route. Little wheel
What a
route.
throw from Helgeson, and T.O. brought that one in. 4th and short, upcoming.
Dropped her in the bucket.
Sure did.
Watch this play by Helgeson. Plenty of time. Great job by the offensive line. Sets his feet and just drops that in perfectly. What
a
a
dime.
throw and catch.
Aaron Rodgers couldn't have done it any better.
The way he's been playing,
Yeah. He can,
Easy.
he could not do that.
Easy.
Receivers probably wouldn't catch it either. 4th
They might
down.
not.
4th down and a long 2, we'll call it. Helgeson fakes a handoff and would have had the first down, but could not bring it in. That was Tyler Buechner in the slot. That would have been a first down.
Tyler looked towards the green where he was going and took his eyes off the ball.
That could have been a touchdown
that
as
might have
well.
been a tutty. He was looking to how to make his little jump cut
First
to the
down
inside.
and 31, and they had a near shot of making this first down. Probably took his eyes off it
Yep.
a little bit. Turnover on downs.
Might take that out on somebody on the defensive side here.
7 minutes to work with here. 19-0 lead at homecoming for the Vikings. Brad Richardson, Mark Fredrickson, Jack Preen with you in the booth. Will Imbus, Jack Goodwin on the cameras, Blaine Bestel and Cam Cameron pulling all the levers and buttons, pushing all the buttons down in the trailer. We've got the full production here tonight.
Delay a game. Back judge throwing the flag.
Not a good throw by him either.
No, it wasn't. He just kind of
kinda-
tossed it out
kinda
there.
Flipped it out there.
A little something for the effort here, buddy.
How does that happen? A delay of game
Maybe they're
after
chopping. Who's supposed to be watching the chop?
change in possession.
yes, I don't know.
A lot of new guys.
Different
Yep.
quarterback, maybe?
Yep. 1st and 15 from the 23 now. Here's Schoberg, and he's going to hand off right side. Not much doing there for Callan Smith. Averaging just 14 yards per game, their starting running back.
Dane Sickler. 6'8", 315.
Maybe closer to 6'10".
That is a large young man.
Legitimately? 2nd and 18. He's a big lad. Big lad. 2nd down and 18. Schoberg, a sophomore quarterback, filling in for junior Camrith. Schoberg going to roll to his right. Survey is going to throw sideline, has a receiver up on the 30-yard line and taken down up on the 32-yard line. Reception by, was that number 10?
Yep, number
Brady
10.
Schauer.
Ran a deep out and a little shallow out, and too many Vikings covered the deep out.
3rd down and 6, we'll call up around the 32-yard line. A little faster here. 2 receivers left, wide side of Schoberg. Smith, the lone back. A halfback and a receiver to the right. 3rd down and 6. A 19-0 lead here for the Vikings. Fake the handoff. Schoberg. Left side and up around the sticks. A good catch.
Good
and
catch.
A good open field tackle. Far side as well, but it's going to be enough to move the sticks. That was Landon Elstead over there far side.
Ball in the air, looked like he might go pick it off. Just enough zip on that to get it in there.
Nice immediate tackle for the junior. 1st down and 10 at their own 37-yard line. Vikings turned the ball over the last drive. Otherwise, they could have maybe put a stamp on this first half.
Yep. Still plenty of time to stop him. Maybe that defensive touchdown's coming, Brad.
5 minutes left. Schoberg fakes the handoff, left side run, and got through the first line, but there is 4 Vikings waiting for him. Krantz leading the charge.
Well, the first line was like 3 yards into the backfield, and then the second line was at the line of scrimmage pretty much. Good pursuit.
I think Mount Horeb's doing a good job of being sound.
Second down and 9 for the Vikings at the 38-yard line. Schoberg fakes the handoff. Pump fake. He's going to throw left side sideline and overshot his receiver, and a flag came in late. Boy, that was not in the area code. But it's going to be against the Vikings. Not the cleanest of football halves here for the Vikings. Of course, taking care of business on the scoreboard. But
so as you watch the replay, in high school, is it uncatchable or doesn't it?
They don't have that rule in high school.
Okay.
Yeah. It was, but they don't have the rule, so maybe they should.
And I think after the ball went past is when he shoved him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris didn't hold him ahead of that. The guy, he went for the fake, he ran by him, and he just overthrew him. It was.
Here's Schoberg again. Tucks and runs and taken down immediately.
Vikings still with 2 timeouts here. You get a stop right here. You might think about it just to give yourself enough time to stop them and make a drive with 1 timeout left before the half. It'd be nice to put 1 more in the end zone here before halftime.
Yeah, 3:45 and counting here. Vikings with 2 timeouts. Maybe get a stop here on 2nd down and call a timeout perhaps. 2nd and 10. Here's Schoberg, back to pass. He's going to throw and almost intercepted. Pick 6 land for Elstead and could not bring it in. Boy, uncharacteristic of LJ to drop anything in his vicinity.
That was going to be the defensive
there
touchdown
was the
right
defensive
there.
touchdown, boys. Yes, it was.
Now, typically when a defensive back drops a ball like that, you would say, well, that's why he plays defense, but he's a receiver as well.
Yes.
Come on, LJ.
The best receiver on the team.
No one will be more upset about that than him. I trust me on
already
that.
with my LJ touchdown call,
I know
too.
you.
So.
We didn't need to burn a timeout either. An incomplete pass, so that's good.
3rd and 10, Schoberg
Keep him in the
scrambles to
pocket.
his right. He throws back.
Oh,
body wide open, far side. Smith inside the 20-yard line. That is the one thing that has bitten this Vikings defense this year, have been some big plays.
Yep.
They got everybody flowing to the right, and he threw back to his left.
And he was wide open, and the Goslings have something brewing here.
Ball spotted at the 16-yard line, 1st and 10, Gosling.
Up around the 16-yard line, we'll call it. 3 minutes and rolling here, first half. Gosling's looking to get on the board. Handoff, Smith. Smith, left side, nothing there. Mason Weaver and company. Good extra effort by Smith to manage a little bit there. but he was met immediately.
Well, you got to keep him out of the end zone here. Make him make a long field goal. Need sure tackling down here inside the 15-yard line there.
'11th play of this drive. They've had a couple sustained drives, but no points to show for it. Second down and 9 up around the 16-yard line. Fake the handoff. Schoberg throws. Slant pattern inside the 5-yard line, and they're going to say
you catch it or you drop it.
First. He was down. And first and goal for the Vikings, for the Goslings.
Nice pass.
It was a good throw
right in there.
Little inside handoff fake and little slant, little poster out there. He was definitely
First
down.
and goal, Primusburger saving a touchdown there. First and goal from the 4. Watertown obviously going to take their time here.
Chopping, the back judge is checking a call.
Watertown gets the ball to start the second half. Vikings took their opening drive, 5 plays, 61 yards. Trying to keep Watertown out of the end zone. Broadcast here tonight brought to you by Mount Horeb Chiropractic and Mount Horeb Utilities. Also by Samuelson Eye Care. Hair and makeup provided by.
I wish I knew a hair and makeup
unavailable.
company.
They were unavailable today.
Well, if you're the Watertown coach, if they can punch it in right now, you're telling your team we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot for a lot of the first half.
Yep.
And if we clean some of those things up, we might be able to get back in the game. And then if you're Mount Horeb, obviously you're just, you know, I felt like we kind of took the foot off the gas there, right? We were in position to really step on their neck right there, and some penalties allowed them to stay in this thing.
First and goal here for Watertown. Here's Schoberg gonna go to his left, lead blocker. Schoberg is met short of the goal line. Great job by Will Ryan and company. Schoberg had some blockers, and they're gonna say
Mount Horeb wants a timeout.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Well, you think we would have had that defensive touchdown and then a touchdown earlier where we were stopped deep in their territory.
Yep. Different ball game.
You'd be almost
You're talking
35-0.
30-plus points there. So.
But you're right. As a coach who faced a lot of injuries this past week, so you got a lot of young guys playing out of position right now. If you score here, you're telling your kids, we get the ball back, we'll score again. Wow, all of a sudden it's a one-possession game.
Sure. Yeah, last week, Watertown leading Beaver Dam at the half, 14-0.
Yep.
Lost that game 39-27. Watertown has only scored 6 points in the second quarter all season long.
Well,
they've given up 93 second quarter points. Second and goal at the 5. Maybe inside the 5. Schoberg's going to have a split backfield. Second and goal near the 5. Schoberg takes a high snap. He's going to throw left side, and it's knocked down.
Chris Keel.
Good
by
defense.
the defense. Chris Keel, the sophomore, reading it nicely, and a third and goal coming up.
I'd like to see him reach with the other hand, but that was good
It's
defense.
called the long arm. He reached with the short arm. If he reached with the long arm.
Yep.
Yep, that underneath arm.
Yep.
If you're going to go with that one, you just will go with the other one and pick it off.
Yeah.
Right.
Take her 99 yards.
Third and goal from the 5.
Just watch a slant up here on top. You got a wide receiver here. Split out wide.
Here's Schoberg again, back to
Yep,
pass. He's
he's
going
going
to throw right side, and it's knocked down again by this Vikings defense.
Tranel.
Ethan Tranel in there. Intended receiver was again Frederick. And 4th and goal coming up.
Got there right as the ball arrived. Really good defense.
A minute 2 left here. Clock stop. Vikings will have one timeout if they can get a stop.
Yeah, it's a big
McGuire was
standard
underneath it too. That was
Yep.
good play, good defense.
Yep, well defended. Rushing just 3, I think, that time. 4th and goal from the 5. Got to think pass. They've not been able to run the ball very well here tonight. Schobert gets a snap, rolls to his right, gonna throw end zone.
Nope,
It's broken
dropped
up. High pointing the football was Landon Elstead. And a goal line stand by the Vikings.
Good defense, 'cause I thought the offensive guy pushed off.
Yeah, no doubt. That's how we got separation there in the back of the end zone. But Landon got back in the play there right at the right time and was able to knock it away.
Watertown goes 15 plays, gets inside the 5, cannot score. Our score remains 19-0.
Made up good ground.
Yep.
Right
ball
there
was
was
in
that
the air.
push, though. You see it. Landon was able to make that up and get his hands in there. It's a good play.
Do we run or do we look to score?
Well, you can score running. You just
Well, you can't.
I think they're
I
going to
didn't
be
mean to say we
aggressive.
couldn't.
run, touchdown.
Here's a slant, Elstead. And getting up around the 12-yard line, so about 8 yards on that.
This would be the time to break out the old hook and lateral right
It
here.
would. I thought that was going to be it.
They can move down the field. 2nd down and 2 from the 12. Helgeson has time, sets his feet, has a cup of tea. He throws
Chris
long, and it is almost intercepted.
Well, they gave Chris a shot at it. They
Yep.
3 guys up there with it, and they just well defended by Watertown.
Yeah, maybe try to work the sidelines here. You've got some time.
You know, that's where you get Chris down the middle like that. If you got Landon running outside the numbers, a little bit more of a one-on-one situation as opposed to a 2-on-1.
Yeah, he looked like he might have had, I mean, Tranel, maybe that was in the middle.
Yeah,
Watch for something underneath here, guys.
Yep.
That could be setting something up here on 3rd down. 3rd and 2 at the 12. Helgeson setting up the screen. Here it is. Here's
Running
Owens
back
up around the
screen.
20, 25.
There he
Owens
goes.
near side 30. Owens
He
switches
can go.
hands 35. Sideline.
He gone.
Midfield 40.
Gone.
Owens.
Lock
The
it down.
20. 10, 5. Touchdown. Vikings. No flags.
Tell you that they ran that play last week too, that little running back screen. And when he gets green grass in front of him, you ain't catching him.
88 yards for T.O. Mr. TD tonight. Unreal.
With 11 seconds to go.
Is that your backbreaker? Little goal line stand by
You
the
would
Vikings?
think it would
and,
be.
And
That could be your dagger.
that might be.
Oh, don't call the
We're not
dagger
going
already.
win Larry yet.
Don't
Goal
call
line
it.
Don't
stand,
win Larry
folks.
yet.
3 plays and an 88-yard touchdown reception. Most of that done after the catch for T.O. They will go for 2 here, 11 seconds left.
False
And
start
flags
on
come
us.
in. Scores 25-0. Boy, that is some momentum. And honestly, if you've been watching this team this year, that does not surprise you.
No.
That had a nice goal line stand. They used the timeout the right time.
Yep.
Collected themselves. This team can get big chunks of yards.
Yep.
And I think that shot downfield, guys, was maybe loosening up the middle. I've seen that here a couple times this year. Good play calling. Love it. You've got them thinking deep.
You're playing defense and you're backing everybody up. You probably got 8 guys 25 yards from the line of scrimmage and you'll dump one off.
Here's Helgeson looking for the 2-point score. He's
Fade.
going to throw into the end zone. And it's going to be
Yep, he's in. He
caught
got it.
for
Yep.
a 2-point score. There it is.
I can see it from here, Brad. I can see it from here. He was clearly in.
Dramatic pause by the official.
Landon Elstead collects a nifty reception for the 2-point score. Great throw by Helgeson.
Well, you go back to your pregame interview with Coach, and him talking about all 3 phases of the game, and making sure that we are really clean in all 3 phases. And I'm sure they're going to go back to this first half and say, obviously, our special teams is pretty dang good.
Yep.
Our offense has been pretty dang good, but our defense has given up some chunks. We've had some penalties, And if they can clean that up in the second half, that third phase being defense, then I think you're going to see us probably walk away with this thing in the second half.
Yeah, I think, boy, this series of events here, right? There's that replay of that outstanding.
He got fly, man.
He got right to the sideline.
And the breakaway speed is what surprises you, I think, most out of TO. And here's that 2-point play back in the end zone. Great ball.
Yep.
And LJ doing a great job of getting that left foot down for sure. 3 plays. They go 96 yards, most of that 88 yards from TO. And it's now 27-0. Wow, what a change of events.
Well, that first drive of the second half for Watertown is going to be critical, because if we can shut them down and go punch one in the end zone again, it's going to be tough sledding for them. That's
I was just
going
to say, watch the onside kick here. I mean,
11. If they'd had maybe more than 11 seconds.
Yeah, one timeout. I mean,
yeah.
But they kick it out of bounds, so a little different.
I think the plan was to get them to touch the ball so the clock would run.
Yeah.
But in doing that, he aimed it a little too much out of bounds.
Up around the 35, at the 35-yard line. Watertown gets the ball to start the second half. I would be surprised if they run anything here, especially the way that Vikings defense have been around the football.
Yeah, you don't want to give up a defensive score right here if you're them, but you're just going to keep playing, I guess.
Schoberg will hand off to Smith around the left edge, trying to find that sideline marker. Gets up around the 40-yard line, and
3 ticks to go.
3 seconds left. So the Vikings score on 3 of their 4. Actually, 4 of their 5 offensive positions. 27-0. And the one non-scoring one, they just got bit by penalties. They had a 1st and 31, almost converted.
They did. And really, if TB doesn't drop the ball, it's a first down at least. They would have probably scored a touchdown there. Oh,
2nd and 5 handoff. Smith, he is going nowhere. Thank you very much.
The thrill.
Wrapping up this first half, a tackle by Caleb McNamara. And a 27-0 Vikings lead. Pretty impressive here, guys, in this second quarter.
You got to think, if you're Coach St. Arnold, you're pleased with the first half, the way your kids are playing this week, with homecoming and injuries on the other side, and playing an 0-6 team, and you come out and you put up 27 in the first half.
Yep.
27-0 here, and Watertown will get the kick to start this second half. We're going to have a extended halftime here tonight, of course, because it's homecoming, so 20-minute halftime. We are going to re-air our pregame interview with Coach St. Arnold as well, for those of you who didn't get a chance to catch what Coach St. Arnold had to say about the season here so far. So a 27-0 Vikings lead. They have been efficient, scoring on 4 of their 5 possessions. In this first half, they lead 27-0 on visiting Watertown from the large side of the Badger Conference. We'll be back. This is Vikings football on Wisco Radio.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Welcome back to our Wisco Radio pregame show, joined by Vikings head coach Brett St. Arnold. Brett, appreciate the time.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's the coach's dream. It's homecoming week, and we know exactly how coaches feel about homecoming week. But there is something special about homecoming week, especially in the smaller towns. The communities together, the schools are kind of together. I know there's a lot of work on the coaches' side to make this a successful week, but you do, at the end of the day, have to enjoy it. Everything that comes with homecoming.
You know, the Mount Horeb and Barneveld communities both, having Barneveld's homecoming last week and seeing the small communities, how they treat homecoming and the way that we do here in Mount Horeb as well. It's just a lot of fun. They make it fun. Make it fun for the kids, make it fun for everybody, to get the community involved, with the parade and then the pep rallies and everything else. I mean, it is a really good time, especially in a small town. As a coach, you know there's all those distractions, and you really get concerned about the distractions that sometimes take precedence over the actual game. But the kids are focused. We know that they're ready to go, and we know that we've done our best to keep everything, in line with what we need to be doing. It's about the football game for us, and then we can celebrate after.
Well, speaking of putting yourselves in a good spot here, you're in a 4-game winning streak, set back with Monroe, but you've been playing good football, some really good teams around the stretch. What have you been most proud of during this 4-game winning streak?
It's the development over week to week. We knew coming into the season we would be relatively young, and we knew we would probably go through some growing pains. And still some of those things are still a little prevalent because we are young, but the kids know that these sophomores that are starting, we want them to start acting like juniors. It's getting towards that end of the year, the last third of the season. Juniors start acting like seniors, and then the seniors start acting like super seniors, essentially. That's what we're looking for. Now, we take that next step and we put 4 quarters together as an entire team, the 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. We have our goal board in the weight room. Our goal this week is to black out our goal board. We haven't done that yet. It's always been 2 of the 3 phases we do well in, but there's always one phase that we just might struggle in a game. And we want to do well in all 3 phases. If we can start doing well in all 3 phases, that's what I'm looking for. But I'm really proud of just their development over the course of the year so far. I mean, even our freshman team, as an example, last week, beat Fort Atkinson 24-0, and Fort Atkinson their freshman just beat DeForest's freshman 21-7. That shows growth throughout the entire program, and that's what we're looking for. Top to bottom, I'm just proud of all the boys, of all the things they've accomplished so far, but we got to keep it rolling.
Last week you took on Fort Atkinson a year ago. That was really a game that separated the conference championship. 55-21 winners last weekend. You allowed just the 1 touchdown in the second half. Looked like you guys got better as the game got on. Was that your takeaway as well?
Yeah, I thought that, we didn't play the best in the first half. I think it arguably might have been one of our worst halves that we played. But in the second half, we played, I know, to our potential. 35-7 second half is kind of what I was hoping for in the first half. However, Fort Atkinson, they're a good team, and they showed up, and that's what happens when you get a good team that shows up, and maybe you don't show up in your best form to start the game. But them coming out of locker room in the second half and responding to how they played in the first half was a big key for me as a coach. Just understanding that they can struggle through some adversity but bounce back really quickly.
Looking at your stats here this year, and really interesting, and I'm sure you're proud of this fact, but the balance offensively is something that is it's remarkable for a high school team to be so close yardage-wise. You're almost identical with passing and rushing touchdowns. It has to feel good. I mean, that tells you have a good, solid team across the board. Just talk about that balance and the focus of this team.
I feel like we're one of those teams that you have to kind of pick who you want to stop. A lot of people are going to look at paper or look at previous film and say, well, we got to stop 22, we got to stop 2, we got to stop 12, we got to stop 9, we got to stop, go on down the line, right? You have to kind of pick who you're going to stop. You can't stop all of them because one game, T.O. has a great game. One game, T.B. has a good game. The next game, L.J. goes off. Then Tranel goes off. So you really have to pick your battles. That's what we thought we would have offensively coming into the season. A lot of weapons, a lot of ways for us to attack defenses. And that's proven to be the truth. I mean, we are very athletic in all of our skill spots. And that makes it difficult on a defense to prepare for. And I think that's kind of been our ticket throughout the year. And then, obviously the emergence of Casey and his ability to throw the ball has just been remarkable for us, because now teams are really like, okay, do we play off on the pass and let them run, or do we come up on the run and let them pass? And as you can see, it's been week to week. We went to Sauk Prairie, and Sauk Prairie said, we're not going to let you run the ball. We're going to stack the box, and Casey threw for 310 yards. And then we had, a couple teams that decided that they're going to play off and pass, and we go for almost 300 yards rushing. So it really depends week to week what they're going to give us. We're going to take it because we know that we can be successful with it. So that makes it very difficult, I think, for opposing defenses trying to defend us. And that's exciting for us as a coach, because now any given play, any one of these kids can go off. And that's very exciting for us.
Now, looking at the other side of the ball defensively, I know you've given up some big plays here and probably a focus of your coaching staff, but I've been really impressed with the point of attack, right? Seem like you're owning the line of scrimmage in most cases. That, obviously helps on the back end. What are your thoughts on the defense?
It's been one of those things coming into the season, we graduated our entire defensive line, right? Our defensive line, who arguably was one of the better defensive lines I have been privileged to be a part of and seen. Replacing those kids was going to be a challenge. We knew that. But we also thought our back seven would be really good. So we determining about how we were going to attack the defensive line, and Caleb McNamer's really stepped up, especially at that that nose spot, and he's able to rotate throughout the entire line. And obviously when Drew was doing great, then obviously when he comes back, he's going to be a staple point for us. Garrett Waffler's been fantastic for us. Dane, Will Ryan. I mean, all these kids that come in and rotate in, and McNally. We have a good rotation on the defensive line, and obviously our linebackers in Eli and Z are just they fly to the football. They're fast, and obviously Z has just got a nose during the pass game. Like, he should probably have 8 interceptions this year. I think he's only got a couple, but he should have 8. He's had a lot hit his hands, and he's dropped. And I think our secondary is arguably one of the best position groups we have. Last week doesn't say that, but how we play and how we know they can play, that's one of the best positions I think we have on our team as far as depth and as far as skill. So I think that we're going to be just fine, but I think that as the defense continues to progress here and some of these playmakers start really rolling out, I think we're going to be a really good defense, controlling line of scrimmage. And as you saw, even when we go against good quarterbacks like a Mason Keys, we were able to pick him off 3 times and even dictate, like you said, the line of scrimmage against the Forest. And I think that that's huge for us because then that makes it difficult to run and pass. So we're kind of one of those teams where we're balanced across the board on offense and defense, and that's really exciting stuff for us.
Well, our game tonight, you're taking a Watertown team, maybe not a lot of experience from our Mount Horeb Barneveld fans playing Watertown. At least I don't know much about them. they come in with no wins, but they've definitely kept some games close, and they could have a couple wins on their resume. What do you know about Watertown, and what are your keys of victory tonight?
Watertown is they like to pass the ball. They're a big passing team. Now, depending on who takes the field for Watertown today, it could change. Not sure with the situation with their quarterback. They could end up turning into a Q run kind of team where the quarterback takes off and runs. It's kind of how their JV attacked our JV last night with a lot of Q runs. They had a running back at quarterback, and he was doing a lot of just catch a snap and run type stuff. It was outside zone, inside stuff. So could we see that? We could. They've been primarily a passing team throughout the year. They've already racked up, I think, like 1,400 yards passing, which is a lot of yards. This kind of relatively early in the season. They've got two really good receivers. So knowing that, what we have to do on defense, if they do come out in the pass attack, make sure we get pressure on the quarterback. But we think that we can kind of dictate the line of scrimmage with a 3 front. So we'll probably come out in the 3. If it ends up becoming a problem with their run, then we can come out in a 4 front. Really, we've prepared for both. Offensively, we think that we can do. We have a lot of things we think we can exploit tonight. I think using with the run and the pass, it really depends on what they're giving us. Whatever they give us, as we already talked about, right? We're happy to take. So as the game goes on, what happens will be dictated by how Watertown reacts, and I think that we'll be ready for it.
All right, Coach St. Arnold here on our Wisco Radio pregame show. Looking forward to this matchup with the Goslings of Watertown here on homecoming. Thank you very much, Brett.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll have more, and of course, Watertown right here at Mount Horeb on Wisco Radio.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Doctors Steve Samuelson and Lauren Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes. So contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did. Doctors.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Hey sports fans, be sure to cheer on your local sports team just like Kittleson Landscape has for over 25 years. Like many of you, Craig and his team have students and athletes in the Mount Horeb schools, and they are dedicated to their success and the overall success of the athletic programs. Need a place to go and unwind after the big game? Kittleson Landscape specializes in outdoor fire pits, patios, and much more. To get your free estimate today, call 608-437-8845. Hope you enjoy the game, brought to you by Kittleson Landscape. Go Vikings!
Back to Viking Stadium, home of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Homecoming 2022 leading Watertown 27-0. Happy to be with you here again. It's a tradition like none other, right?
Not quite the Masters, but, you know.
Well, there's the Masters, there's Jump Around, and then there's the three of us at homecoming.
Heck yeah.
Brad Richardson, Mark Fredrickson, Jack Pring with you here tonight. Also want to big shout out to our camera guys out there. You hear them on the regular broadcast. Will Imbus and Jack Goodwin out there. Of course, Blaine Bestel and Cam Cameron as well behind the scenes. 27-0 Vikings lead at the halftime, and lots of things to digest here in that first half. Got the scoring started with a TO touchdown to defense. The Land Sharks here tonight. There's a run for the junior. A little inside handoff to the senior Tyler Beekner. Special teams showing up here tonight.
Mason Weaver on the recovery.
Vikings
would
would score off that turnover. Two-play drive. Bringing out all the fun plays here tonight.
It is homecoming, Brad. You got to just break them out. Why not?
Absolutely.
Little trickeration.
Yeah, here's that touchdown where we had a hard time seeing if it was good or not. It was. Went the Vikings' way. Another big turnover for this defense. Playing really well here tonight, pitching a shutout. There's a replay of that. Stripping the ball. Helgeson's had all kinds of time here tonight. There was a great throw on a 2nd and a mile. And here comes the final touchdown.
Play of the first half right here.
Oh, the first half.
Great block by Chris Keel.
Yeah.
Sealed the edge.
TO is off to the races.
Outran the defender. They got the ball back with less than a minute to go. A 3-play, 96-yard scoring drive. Of course, 88 yards on that screen. Tends to help things as well, but that was off a goal line stand here as well. Looking at the halftime stats, and as you can see, total domination here for the Vikings.
A little trouble rushing the ball for the Goslings.
A little bit. We're getting a little push up front on defense, and if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot on the one drive with all the penalties, it probably would have been another score.
Yeah, we talked about the balance of this team coming in here tonight. Trying to get things situated here. 11 rushes for those 86 yards and 12 pass attempts.
Well, we had the numbers
efficiency
up top. You had where we are on the year: 12 touchdowns throwing, 11 running, 1,086 yards passing, 846 rushing. So that is the definition of balance right there.
Yeah, and I think balance is probably one of the more difficult things to find in a high school football team at any division, any size.
No question.
It doesn't matter, you know, big, small. When I saw that set, I couldn't believe it, because you don't see that sort of just even balance, and I think it's a credit to this team that they have built up, right?
Yep.
This is a team, you have some young guys who saw some varsity action for a couple years now. They're in experienced roles, but Casey Helgeson's doing a great job at the quarterback position. He's got playmakers across the board, and they're just such a hard team to
and our line of
stop.
scrimmage, obviously, has been able to block the run and also be able to block for Casey to be able to have time to throw the football. So it's been fun to watch.
At halftime here, looking forward to a second half. Watertown getting the second half kick. We're going to take another break here, round out our halftime show on Wisco Radio.
Are you in need of chiropractic services? Dr. Joe Ryan at Mount Horeb Chiropractic will provide the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient. Dr. Ryan uses advanced spinal correction and chiropractic adjustments utilizing state-of-the-art techniques. Dr. Ryan has years of training, expertise, and experience in helping patients get relief from their back pain, neck pain, and other related conditions. Located at 1840 Business Highway 18151 next to Pizza Hut, or call 608-437-0099 to set up an appointment today.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally owned, not-for-profit utility dedicated to the community it serves. Providing safe, reliable energy to customers in Mount Horeb, our hometown team is customer-focused and service-oriented, looking out for the community's best interests. At Mount Horeb Utilities, we are committed to keeping Mount Horeb a great place to live, work, and play. For more information on how Mount Horeb Utilities energizes our community, visit MountHorebUtilities.com.
Slightly defeated coming out of half.
And welcome back to Viking Stadium.
Mount Horeb Utilities is a locally
getting our second half underway. I think we're back and better than ever. Brad Richardson, Mark Frederickson, Jack Pring with you here in the booth. Will Imbus and Jack Goodwin running the cameras, doing an excellent job on the cameras here tonight, guys. Phenomenal job out of those two juniors. I think they're juniors. I know Jack is. Blaine Bestel and Cam Cameron down in the trailer. Mama Bestel has been around as well. We've seen AB making sure everything is tidied up, and
she keeps everybody in line.
Operating at a high efficiency. We love Adrian.
If you're wondering at home, there'll be a running clock once the score gets above 35-point differential.
Is it 35 or above 35?
At 35.
Okay.
Yep. Here's the kick, angling near side, and another one out of bounds.
He kicked that how I hit my driver. I usually hook it. That wasn't good. I needed to get with Jeff Ellingson, have him straighten me out.
Sounds like that would help. That's the second time that Watertown's had it at their own 35-yard line. After two previous kicks went in the end zone. So, of course, trying to angle things and keep Watertown backed up, but unsuccessful. Doing so, our opening series of this second half, a 27-0 lead for the Vikings. Here's a sophomore quarterback again, Schoberg, trying to get something going. It's a handoff, Smith, left side, Smith, not much running room. And again, it's Krantz, far side, and this Watertown offense has had a really hard time running the ball all year, just 37 yards per game for this Goslings offense. Defensive holding, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a loss of.
Must have held the receiver going across the middle or something.
Yeah.
It was thrown right in the middle of the field.
Penalty number 8 on the Vikings. Something to focus on this upcoming week at practice for sure. First down and 10 now. Watertown from their own 49-yard line. Schoberg gets the snap. He throws middle and has a receiver across the 40-yard line. A nice catch and a first down for the Goslings.
Yeah, little double slants. Outside guy slanted, inside guy slanted, and he kind of double pumped it there, but he was able to get it into him. He made a nice catch. It was pretty good defense. We were right there.
Yeah, well defended.
Yeah.
Ralph Homschild on the reception.
We're going to pick one of those off.
That was clearly the best throw of the night for Schoberg. The sophomore quarterback kind of thrown into duty here tonight at the varsity level. First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. High snap. Schoberg is going to pitch left side. Smith eludes one tackler up to the 40, inside the 40. or inside the 36-yard line. So positive yards there for Smith on the pitch.
Beekner come knifing in there. Look like he got blocked right in the back. He was right there to make a play, and look like he got shoved right in the back. Right there.
Second down and 6. Watertown spent a little bit of time here in the Vikings territory here tonight, but no points to show for it. Second and 6. 2 receivers right, 1 to left. Halfback as well. Quarterback keeper Schoberg, right side. Schoberg, nothing there, and he's met the line of scrimmage and taken care of from there. Will Ryan and Zach McGuire leading the charge. Will Ryan with a lot of playing time at nose tackle tonight.
Gives Austin a little bit of a break too, live for even playing all those snaps both ways. Will does a good job up inside there. He knows how to play leverage, that's for sure.
Third down and 6, probably 4 down territory here for Watertown. Trailing by 27. 10 minutes and rolling here in this third quarter. Sophomore quarterback trying to find a first down up around the 30-yard line. He gets the snap. Back to pass. He's being pressured.
Face masked him.
And he's going to elude a tackler. And Schoberg gets drilled up at the 36-yard line, and everyone saw that infraction. Krantz is like, my bad, with my good hand.
Personal foul variety.
Yep.
Well, it was a good blitz call, right? He came untouched and wasn't able to break down to make the tackle and reach back and caught a little face mask there.
Yeah, penalties have been hurting them a little bit here tonight, giving Watertown some chances that they haven't necessarily earned, but Mount Horeb is giving those. Yeah, it's tough too. Playing with that club on your hand is not easy. So ball moves up to the 21-yard line. First down and 10. Watertown at the 21. Actually, it's a new quarterback in, I think.
22.
Yep, handoff near side. Smith 20 up inside the 15-yard line. He dives for positive yard. So that's Cameron Kranz, another sophomore. And I don't know, number 17 Schoberg, is he? Maybe they're just trying somebody new. I don't.
Here he comes.
There he comes back in. Okay. So Watertown certainly undermanned here tonight, but got some positive things. Second down and 2 up around the 13-yard line. They certainly have not quit. They've played hard. Schoberg back in. Schoberg, quarterback keeper. Up the middle of the 10. Schoberg in for the score.
So it shows you how important that touchdown was at the end of the half by us.
Huge.
Oh, jeepers.
Right up the middle. Nothing fancy there, but a score for Watertown with 8:34 to go. In this third quarter, they've only scored 7 points total up to this point in the third quarter.
Well, you had a defensive holding and you had a face mask, so 25 yards of that drive were a gift.
7 plays, 65 yards. Sophomore quarterback Schoberg, and they will line up for the extra point try. Lines are down. Ball down, kick up in the air, and it is low and not happening. Our new score, Mount Horeb Barneveld 27, Watertown 6, 8:34 to go in this third quarter. Watertown takes the opening drive, 7 plays, 65 yards, and 2 big chunk penalties on the Vikings.
You know, you want your guys to play fast, you want them to play physical, but then you also got to be able to play smart too at the same time. And we do play fast, we do play physical, and you know, tonight we're getting bit by a couple penalties here, but it's not because of a lack of effort, that's for sure. We just got to be a little bit more fundamentally sound in some of these situations here, and we wouldn't be committing these penalties.
And I think that's the message they're getting right now on the bench, as the defensive football coaches have the defense in front of them, and they're probably talking about penalties, play under control, play smart. sure that message is being delivered.
Well, you come out of a halftime where really the whole half, you dominated the game. And
in all phases.
How do you come back and ramp that back up again? I mean, you got to. It's 0-0, right? That's the message. But they are still high school kids, and you try to get them going again.
Here's a kick.
Yep, that's heads-up football by us, though, right there. Good job.
Yep, trying to get the Vikings out of position, but great job there. I think it was Zach McGuire, wasn't it, who
that was Zach.
Fell on that. One of the big playmakers for the Vikings, headed to play by the sophomore. And the Vikings have good starting field position right at midfield.
There's your hands team with a guy with a club on his hand, right? But he's a smart player,
He's got less of a club than Krantz, but he's like the lesser club brother.
He is.
Not the greater club brother. Quarterback keeper Helgeson near side, and he is going to be spun around up around the 48-yard line. Hasn't kept it a ton here tonight, but he's been effective here recently running that football. Boy, another flag.
Oh, it must be against us. He drug it back to the line of scrimmage unless they were offsides. But
penalty number 10. Ouch.
Not a good flag throwing crew either.
No.
These guys don't have good arms.
No.
I want to see somebody throw it about 15 yards.
Yeah, not top 10, that's for sure.
No.
And they're calling them all on us, too, which it just makes it even worse.
Yes. So marching back to the 40-yard line. Replay first down, 1st and 20 at the 40. And handoff, Beekner trying to find a corner, far side 40, makes a cut outside the hashes, inside the 46-yard line. And getting a few of those yards back.
Yeah, good positive yards.
You start just looking at the field to see if there's a flag laying down there right now.
Unfortunately, that's what I was doing too. Gaining 6, 2nd and 14.
Good game there. They'll get back to what we do good.
Yeah.
Just run the ball, set up some good passing opportunities.
I'm thinking they might be in 4-down territory regardless where they're at, but we'll see what happens here. 2nd down and 14. Here's handoff. Beekner again makes a cut. Beekner midfield, and he is taken down just across midfield. A good play on the edge there by Watertown. In particular, Christian Robles. And back to the original line of scrimmage.
Third and a long 9. Is that what you're calling it, Brad?
Calling it 3rd and 10. Which is a long 9. It's the longest. I don't know. It's
inside the 50.
It's over the line.
9. I'm giving
3rd
it a long 9.
3rd 9. Yep. Still at the 50, but 3rd 9.
All right. Landon at the top up there.
Here's Helgeson, has time. Pump fakes. Helgeson's looking downfield, looking for Tranel. Has some separation. Touchdown. Ethan Tranel. Plenty of time for Helgeson.
Pass.
And a great pass from Helgeson. Helgeson to Tranel.
Dropped it right in there.
He did. He tried to get him to bite. It was thought maybe a little stutter go there, and the DB really didn't bite, but then he just kept running. Tranel kept running, ran right by him, and again the offensive line, great protection.
Outstanding
for
protection.
Helgeson. He's able to stand back there and just deliver a perfect strike for the score.
4 plays. 50 yards on the drive, 50 yards on the touchdown reception.
Well, the penalties didn't cost us the drive like it did the one in the first half. So again, if we can clean those up, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot of opportunities for Watertown to stop our offense right now.
Here's Helgeson looking for the 2-point conversion, and it's thrown a little high and incomplete.
Good play design there.
33-6 is the new score. Touchdown here coming up from Helgeson to Tranel.
There's the pump.
Fakes, yep.
He looked down the middle to see if he had somebody down the middle, and he looked back, and Tranel ran right by him.
Really nice pass.
Boy, he throws a
for
nice
a junior
ball.
like that.
Yep. Every one of his passes are on the money.
Yeah, he looks back to the middle to see if someone's open there, and then he comes back to the left. He delivered that thing, 40, almost 45 yards in the air.
Yeah.
That was a nice ball.
And Ethan didn't even play until partway into the year last year. He's a senior this year.
Yeah.
He hasn't played a lot of football.
Yeah.
But you had to use a two-way player.
Yeah.
And a kicker.
Yeah, he came in to the game with 4 touchdowns, 21 receptions, and 4 of those were touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
He had one of the best touchdowns last week where he high-pointed, jumped over the kid.
Yep.
And pulled it in. That was impressive. 33-6, 7:21 to go in this third quarter. Vikings respond with a 4-play, 50-yard scoring drive after Watertown took it 7 plays, 65 yards.
All right. Kick this one into the end zone. Keep her in play. Pin him deep.
And
there we go.
Much better kick.
Yep.
Angling. Bounces at the 1 and rolls in.
That's
That's phenomenal. There's a little bit more breeze, but not much. Not really impacting the kicks. You can see the flag just blowing a little bit, kind of south and north, but.
South and north?
Huh? South to north?
Oh, south to north.
Yeah.
North and south? Restaurant? They need to be a
So you
sponsor.
said
You could,
south
you could
and
work
north?
that in.
Yes.
The wind is blowing
South
north and
to
south.
north, Wind was blowing north from the south. Yes. Run left side, and there
we go. Ball's out.
Ball is out. Whew. That was Schoberg with the carry.
Better pursuit there and better job wrapping up.
Really good, yep. There's been very little on that outside. Second down and 14, back near the 16-yard line. Yeah, good pursuit by Krantz and company. Second and 14. 6:44 rolling third quarter, a 33-6 MHB lead at home.
Yep.
Schoberg rolling to his right. He gets hassled by Krantz. Completes a pass near side. A nice completion on this near side to Brady Schauer. And they're going to mark him at the 25-yard line. Gaining 9.
Just ran that same combo route. You had the deep out and the short out, and we just sunk a little too deep on that side. Allowed him to complete that pass.
Krantz was definitely closing fast.
Yeah.
A 3rd and 5 upcoming at their own 25-yard line. 3-man front for the Vikings. 3 linebackers. Schoberg will throw left side and a little short and behind his intended receiver.
Punt or you go for it?
Primesberger on the coverage there.
Suppose you got to punt, but their punting game's not real good.
It's not.
Well,
yeah, it's not showing much,
efficient.
but I think you have to at least try the punts
If
here.
you're closer to the 50, you might want to go for it, but when you're
Yeah.
on your own 26-yard line.
They had a poor yardage punt. They had a snap over the punter's head. It's not been a strength for them tonight.
No.
Let's see. And the Vikings did run into the punter once.
3 guys ran into him.
Yeah.
It was only 1
Think they
penalty,
just
so we
ran
didn't get 3
into him?
penalties for it. We just got 1 penalty for it.
And they were there again close, but
That's going to be
that one angles near side.
45-yard line.
It'll be in Watertown territory.
Generous spot by the official.
I think he's
Oh, he's still walking.
lost.
there we
He's
go.
running north to south. That's where. Turn around, you're going the wrong way. That thing,
He was going the direction of the wind.
it did not cross. The wind blew him into the wrong side of the field.
We just joke with the officials.
Yeah.
We're not being negative on them.
No.
We know how difficult it is to find them, so
It is. It's really hard. We appreciate them coming.
it's our job to be somewhat entertaining, and you know,
Absolutely.
maybe that's not entertaining.
Yeah,
I don't-
actually, some of these officiating crews now have to do 2 games.
they
in one
do.
day.
Really?
So afternoon games and
Yep.
night games.
Yep. That's happening.
Oh yeah.
Stretch handoff to Owens, and he initiates contact at the sideline. Rudely escorted out of bounds, but he doesn't mind.
You don't mind.
Isaac Carpenter.
What that
Mount Horeb
kid doesn't,
bench was-
doesn't understand is that kid likes contact.
The Mount Horeb bench was looking for a penalty there.
They're not going to get that.
No.
Leading 33-6.
No.
I think
Unless
that's
it's
what the
egregious, not happening.
official said that to him. You're not going to get that.
Tio wasn't looking for a flag. They were. Ooh, goodness.
Little RPO.
Yep.
Second down and 2. Helgeson,
stop
plenty
and
of
go
time.
again
He's
to
going to throw
Landon.
left side, looking for Elstead.
Got him.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Same play. Great throw. Holy
Different receiver,
smokes.
same play.
Same play. And the DB didn't bite on the pump fake again, but Landon just ran right by him, and another unbelievable throw from Helgeson.
Touchdown number 4 for LJ. And the Vikings striking back-to-back long throws to their top-notch receivers.
It was just verticals. They just ran verts. There's 4 guys running, and he just ran by him. Really good throw.
Extra point try coming up. Here's the kick, and it's good. 5:07 left here in this third quarter. A 34-point lead. Here's that touchdown again. Helgeson to LJ. Look at the time he has.
Yeah, and the offensive line is just doing a great job. That's an outstanding throw.
Drops it right in the basket.
Yeah, there was no way LJ was missing that one. After a couple missed opportunities.
Yep.
Extra point is good.
Good little pitch and catch.
40-6 is the new score. Vikings football tonight brought to you in part by Mount Horeb Chiropractic and sponsored by Mount Horeb Utilities. And Samuelson Eye Care with us here on Wisco Radio. A lot of longtime sponsors making this happen. This is pretty unique what we do. I'm not just saying this because this is what we do, but the best experience across the state, guaranteed.
Absolutely, and I think, sometimes you probably don't realize how far it reaches. My brother in Florida is watching tonight. He went through the hurricane, and he lives in Orlando. Hi, Roger. But people all around the world are watching.
Talking to an alumni, Mike Hefty, last week, and his mom, Norman Rita, they are avid watchers and listeners of the show, so we'll shout out to Norman Rita at home watching the game tonight. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's obviously a lot of fun for us, but the work and planning that goes in, especially from Blaine Besto, Cam Cameron, it's phenomenal.
It is, and it's been going on a long time.
10 years.
And just
10 years.
It is. It's just crazy to think.
Yep. This is the 10th year of Wisco Radio.
Well, congratulations to the founders of it and everybody that's been a part of it for the last 10 years. It's a pretty amazing accomplishment.
Yeah, a lot of proud people, and they should be for what this has turned into. Happy to be part of it. Here's Schoberg, first down run, and he's knifed down up across the 22-yard line. Definitely no big plays out of Watertown here tonight. They've, they've scratched their way to 6 points here. One thing, though, they have not quit, and that's sometimes you see these teams that don't have any wins at this time of the season, and it's just brutal. But this team, you can tell they're well coached. They want to be here. They're showing some things, right? They're just on the short end of a few things here tonight.
And as you're trying to build a program and instill confidence in your young guys, that's all you're asking them to do is compete, right? Is just go out there and give it your best, and if at the end of the day the other team is better, sometimes that happens. But if you're competing and playing hard, coaches can look at that film and they'll see that. That's going to show up when they look at this tomorrow, and you're just going to keep coaching them up and trying to get better. And injuries for them certainly hurts
starting
them.
Quarterback,
no question,
who's thrown for 1,400 yards. In 6 games. It's hard to replace that. Yep. So the junior quarterback, the coach's son, I believe will be out for the rest of the year. We're hearing. So sophomore quarterback, I think he's done a good job here tonight. He's moved his offense a little bit. He had a touchdown run.
Yep. Well, they've completed some of those slant passes and some of those square outs. I mean, they've got they found a handful of things that have worked for them tonight. Just obviously it's not going to be consistent enough against a team that's just better than them, and that's the position they find themselves in right now.
Timeout on the field. 4:17 left. 3rd and 7 upcoming for Watertown. Brought to you in part tonight by Farmers Savings Bank and Kittleson Landscape Incorporated. And the Norse Golf Club. The Norse National, we like to call it, around these parts. Norse National.
Absolutely.
It's a golf and bowl, just so you know. You can bowl there, too. It's family
Golf and
fun.
bowl. Yep.
It's not just for birthday parties. We can go there
But
anytime.
the logo told me the Norse Golf, so that's what I went with.
Hey, they turn the games on out there, too. We appreciate their support out there. It's great.
Long-time supporters.
Yep,
Anytime there's a Wisco Radio broadcast, they are streaming it out there. We appreciate that. And we have a lot of fun doing it. We didn't have anybody bring us any halftime food. Maybe next time we'll get that.
A couple extra plugs, maybe?
I mean, come on. Help us out here. Schoberg's going to throw deep in the middle, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. A bit of a lazy throw, but it finds his running back. And Callan Smith moves the sticks for the Goslings.
That food delivery might be performance related, so maybe we got to step up our game a little bit.
That's a very good point. Maybe there's a reason why we haven't been fed for all these years.
What are you saying?
Maybe somebody's trying to tell us something.
I'm a self-aware guy.
First down and 10 for the Goslings. After their timeouts, they drew up a first down play.
Good timeout.
Moves the sticks at their own 45-yard line. Schoberg, 3 receivers, hands off to his running back. Second man through was Jackson Medina, another sophomore. His first touch of the game.
Running hard.
Yeah. A lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors in this program.
Yep.
Just 7 seniors.
Hit the weight room over the summer and might come back a different looking squad.
Yep. They are in a difficult side of things, and the Badger large. They're a big school, so that's where they belong, but some good programs over there. Second down and 7. Schoberg's going to throw left side, has a receiver separation sideline, and did he catch that? No. But guess what? A flag.
Well, based on where our guys are standing, I don't think it's offensive pass interference.
No. And first down, Goslings at the 40-yard line.
He gets a hand on him, but I don't know if he holds him.
It had to have been earlier because wasn't anything there in the back end.
TB. Looked like pretty good coverage to me. I don't know.
I've lost track of the penalties. That might be 11. That's 7 in the first half. First down and 10. Schoberg and his offense. Gets a high snap. He'll pitch it left side. And taken down immediately past the 40-yard line. That was Medina again, who was welcomed rudely to the game.
Landon Baumkamp did a good job there turning him back inside. We had a good pursuit. Need a negative play right here is what we need.
Second down and 9. Approaching 2 minutes left in this third quarter. A 46 Vikings lead. Turnover here would be nice. Stop this drive. Fake the handoff.
Going wheel on the backside again.
Looking
Same play
left
they ran in the
side.
first
Same
half.
thing again. Far side 20,
Backside
15,
wheel.
10, 5. Touchdown. And that play has hurt the Vikings twice here tonight.
Yep. They just clear that side out, run the receivers across the field, the fake handoff. The running back he just runs a wheel on the backside there. Quarterback rolls right, throws back to him.
39-yard touchdown reception by Callan Smith. 1:56 to go. Third quarter. They've scored twice here in this third quarter. Here's Schoberg going for the 2-point conversion. Fakes the handoff. He'll throw left side, and it's caught for the 2-point score.
Good coverage, too. Holy smokes, that was a nice catch.
Yeah.
Good throw, good catch.
7 plays, 80 yards for the Goslings, scoring twice in this third quarter.
You're right, no quit in Watertown.
No.
Bunch of young guys who easily they could have. They got 70 hung on them last week by Wanakee. We score 40 tonight, but yet they're not stopping playing. They're playing hard.
Well, a teaching moment there for the Vikings defense. That's a vulnerable spot they've been in here tonight. A couple.
How do we play man coverage on the outsides there, you know? And if they run that receiver all the way across the field, it clears it out.
Yep.
Someone's got to have that back out of the backfield. Yep. You know, we certainly don't know who that is, but it's something to watch on tape and figure that out, because I guarantee you some other team's going to watch that on film and probably use that against you down the road. So you want to clean that up right now before you get to the playoffs.
New score, Mount Horeb Barneveld 40 and Watertown 14. Just can't get that knockout punch.
Well, we've ran one back this year, so maybe we can run another one back right now.
Primusberger.
He's got the quicks.
Raced one back, and they're not even going to attempt that.
So they're trying to get the ball back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, last time the Vikings had a 2-play, 48-yard scoring drive after a failed onside kick. So I'm not sure I would be doing that, giving this Vikings a short field.
Probably not, but I suppose they figure that's their only chance.
Yep.
Try to get the ball back and punch another one in here.
Same exact spot at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that looked like more of a running formation.
There's handoff. Owens dragging tacklers. Has a first down up around the 37-yard line. This is where you will see this Vikings team lean on this running game. They've been a very good second half team running the ball.
Well, that's a kid that obviously, you know, Trent obviously spends time in the weight room. You're on that squat rack. If you're dragging guys like that at his size, you're doing the work in the summertime, and it pays off for you come season. So that's just kudos to him for putting in the work.
Stretch handoff, left side, Owens. Owens has a seam to 30. Owens, another first down run up around the 25-yard line.
He's running people over.
Yep. Offensive line doing great work. What's been interesting is last year they went a lot of split backfields with Buechner and Owens in the backfield. This year they're using TB more of a slot receiver position. First and 10 up around the 26, we'll call it. Helgeson throws near side Elstead. Elstead got a nice block, and they got dumped down across the 17-yard line. Another big chunk play. Yeah, a lot of times a spread team, they almost use that as a run.
Well,
that sort of,
those guys just
that
got
sort
beat
of action.
2 possessions in a row on a vertical, so they're going to back up a little bit. You got about 7 free yards to just toss it out there.
He gets 9, second down and 1.
Yeah, good block by TB on the edge out there.
Up around the 17-yard line. Handoff, Buechner trying to find the corner right side, makes a cut inside. Flag comes in inside the 10-yard line. And this one's coming back, folks.
At least he threw his flag 15 yards, Bruno.
A little better.
You've been asking for it the whole game.
Jeepers.
Wow.
Repeat second down. You know, you talk about the boys being in the weight room. You specifically said T.O. I think people don't realize how much time they spend in the weight room.
Holy smokes, do they ever.
I was up here on Tuesday morning, and they were all in the weight room at 6 a.m.
Yep.
So this is before they have a full day of school and a practice after that. They're in the weight room. A lot of dedication to be a student athlete.
Yep, absolutely. That wraps up our third quarter. Vikings 40 and Watertown 14. All right. Are we keeping things here, or were you going to break there, Blaine? All right. Sounds good. Wasn't quite sure. The Vikings here on Wisco Radio.
Located in the heart of beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin, Norsk Golf Club boasts a tough but fair 9 holes that will be challenging and fun for golfers of all ages. Norsk Golf Club is dedicated to serving our community by creating a family-friendly destination for golf, outdoor recreation, and entertainment in every season while preserving the irreplaceable green space in the center of Mount Horeb. Don't forget about our bar and grill, bowling lanes, and to stop by and watch the Wisco Radio broadcasts. To book a tee time, visit us online at norskgolfclub.com or call 608-437-3399. That's 608-437-3399.
Welcome back to Vikings Stadium, home of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings, starting our fourth quarter. Here's Helgeson. Helgeson back to pass. He's throwing right side low, and a good catch at the turf.
TB.
That's Beekner, and he's going to move the sticks.
Good sliding catch.
That one did not come out of his hand like it has all night. Still not a terrible throw, but if he hits him in stride there, he probably walks into the end zone.
Yeah. Getting down to the 12-yard line, gaining 9, needed 5. First down and 10, Vikings at the 12-yard line. Beekner, the running back, he's going to get it.
Good cut.
Beekner, the 5. Beekner, touchdown, Vikings.
It's a little stretch play
Flag
there.
on the play.
Oh, come
This one's coming back.
Flag on the play on the far side.
That's just terrible.
What is the flag way over there?
That'd be a hold. Touchdown's good.
Touchdown.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So
I take it back.
easy math. Easy math. That's play-by-play math right there. That's about all we can do.
That's Benton Zephyr math right there is what that is.
Yeah. Zephyr proud. High snap,
Yeah,
Schoberg. He's going to have to dump on it, and ends that play. Coach is a little amped up about some extracurricular, but sorry guys, not getting that call.
Not getting it. What's the score again? Oh yeah, 47 to 40.
Mount Horeb subbing liberally at this point.
Unless it's egregious, not not happening. But we know and love our football coaches, and they're obviously going to want that call. But second down and 15. Here's Schoberg again. Schoberg has time. He'll throw left side. It's caught by Fent. Went a long ways, but didn't get much. Third down and 15 after no gain. Here's Schoberg again. Schoberg rolls and throws to his right side and overshot his receiver. Had pressure coming up the middle. And it's going to be 4th and 15.
He's got some guys open down the field. We're getting some pressure on the quarterback.
Yep.
That's saving us from a big play right now.
Fourth down play, 5:15 to go. Here's Schoberg again. Can he convert? He'll throw right side, and it's going to be almost caught. Two receivers over there, and actually hit the receiver's hands, couldn't complete it. It's a turnover on downs.
Ball goes over on downs to the Vikings.
Have our audio and video issues corrected here for the last 5.5 minutes, which is good.
Yep. All back up and running. Good thing we have quality technical staff because we have no idea what we're doing.
Way smarter than us. We couldn't have fixed it.
New quarterback in. Get a chance to look at Brooks Hendrickson, freshman. Southpaw, throws a really nice ball.
And he'll hand it off.
But probably all we're going to get to see him do is hand it off.
That's probably it.
Yeah, a couple of good quarterbacks potentially coming up through the ranks.
Liam Patterson on the carry there.
Getting a couple. 2nd down and 8. 4:40 rolling. Hendrickson. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. 2nd down and 8. Up around the 32-yard line. Did a nice job of waiting for the back judge to start his motion. Excellent job. Here's a handoff again near side the 30,
Good blocking on the
35.
edge.
Sideline 40 up around the
Nice.
45-yard line. Nice run by Liam Patterson, the 5'8", 150 junior, moving the sticks for the Vikings.
Tyrus Hastings on the edge out there playing receiver. Good block out there. Number 23. Also Caden Baumgart out there.
1st down and 10 now. Under 4 minutes to go. And Watertown's out of timeout, so that's a good thing.
You want the "he's a freshman" chant right now by the student section. Where are they at with that one?
Now this student section, they've been on it all year. So.
They have.
Oh, ball stripped, going the other way. The 20-15-10-5 touchdown for Watertown. Christian Robles grabbed it and ran it in.
Took it right out of his hands.
Yes,
Right
he
out of his
did.
hands.
.319, Watertown celebrating their 3rd score of the 2nd half.
Well, we will undoubtedly see their 3rd onside kick attempt as well. Hopefully
Please no.
unsuccessful as the other 2 were.
Please no. About a 45-yard touchdown run after, technically it's a fumble. Ripped it out of the running back's hands.
And as can happen as you are subbing liberally,
Yeah.
you get the wrong personnel in the field and you have to burn a timeout.
47-20. Yeah, no quits in this Watertown team here tonight.
Yep.
No, they're playing right to the whistle.
Scored 3 times in this 2nd half after being shut out in the 1st half. I've been impressed with their
Yeah.
effort here tonight.
21, they just showing the replay there. They just held him up and he just came in and just ripped it right
Yep.
out of his hands.
He was fighting for extra yardage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Playing hard.
Yep.
And I think it's probably a case too, starting defense still out there, I think, for Watertown, and
Sure.
some backups for Mount Horeb Barneveld, but teaching moments nonetheless.
Valuable minutes for the young guys.
Yeah. And it doesn't take anything away from the rest of the game. I mean, offensively, MHB was unstoppable tonight, honestly.
Yes, yes,
They ran
truly.
the ball well. Helgeson threw the ball fantastic tonight. It's a great, great showing by the offense tonight, minus a few penalties.
Yeah, a few. Extra point try is blocked. Great job by the Vikings getting in there.
48, that's Skogie. Ryan Scogan.
Yeah. Lighten up the highlights.
That's good, though. Get those young guys excited.
Yeah.
The extra point attempt was blocked by Ryan Scogan.
Right up the middle.
Yep, that was a nice play.
Yeah, great job. 47-20 our new score. 3:19 winding down homecoming 2022. A big shout out to our camera guys here tonight, Will Imbus and Jack Goodwin. Way more talented than I am. I can't run a camera to save my life. These guys, you'll hear them quite often here on the airwaves, probably next week as well. They'll jump back in the broadcast booth, but thank them for their coverage here tonight, helping us out. It's their homecoming too, and they chose to run the camera for us. So
They did.
Really appreciate that.
They're gamers. They're gamers.
And they have done excellent here tonight. Really happy with their work. Blaine Bestol and Cam Cameron down in the trailer.
The true professionals.
Yes, yes. They
Brains behind the operation.
yes,
They are the
they don't
brains
get enough
behind the
credit, that's for sure. There's a short kick, far side. And knowing his role.
Will.
Was that Will?
I think it was
I
Will.
think it was, yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
Will wanted to take it to the house.
Bill said, I'll take her to the house. And he said, no. That's
No,
a smart play, though,
You're
right?
you're our nose tackle. You're going to stop right there. Good catch.
He knew what he was supposed to do.
3:16 to go.
I think he's telling Coach Ballbach that he's the running back.
Hey,
Chris being the offensive coordinator.
Chris, get me a couple carries next week, would you?
Next week versus Stoughton. Last regular season home game next week right here. And then week 9 at Portage. Handoff left side and not much action.
Yeah, they're loading up right now because obviously they know what we're going to be doing. Maybe a little bootleg here. Let little Brooksy get on the edge here and see what he can do.
I wouldn't mind an Owen Primusberger carry right now.
I know it.
That would be electric.
Playing so much defense.
He's
playing so much defense, so they're not going to let
they
him
have
go in
elected
there.
not to kick to him tonight.
No.
Which is wise.
Well, they watch film.
Took one of the house last week.
Yep.
Second down and 12, we're calling it. Back around the 34-yard line. Henriksen again, fakes the handoff. Back to pass, throwing, sideline, and it's going to be almost caught.
Owen Primusberger out there on the attempted reception. Did a good job coming back to the ball. There's pretty good throw by Brooks. Would have been a good catch. Got his hands on it, but that would have been a tough play.
Little sophomore getting some action.
Yeah.
Yeah, good attempt coming back at
Yeah.
that ball. Third down and 12. Vikings electing to throw on 2nd and 12. Here's Hendrickson again, the freshman. Fakes the handoff.
There's that
setting
little
up a screen, and the inexperience showing there.
Yep. Didn't get quite deep enough, quick enough to be able to let that rush get past and then dump it down to that running back.
First potential punt attempt here coming up for the Vikings.
Just needed to keep going back. And
talk about somebody who can switch the field. It's Ethan Tranel. Watch this.
Ray Guy asked if we're going all the way back. Is that what you're saying?
Might want to move back there if you're returning this punt. Ball in the 32. Here's Tranel.
Yep.
And
On
gets
cue,
a
Brad.
healthy roll inside the 20-yard line. .210 left. Wrapping up homecoming 2022.
Pretty much a perfect fall day.
Was
perfect out today, and a great night to watch a high school football game.
Yep. Kickoff temperature around 60 degrees. It's cooled off here, obviously, but I still see people in.
Oh, yeah.
Not much for winter gear, that's for sure. So some light jackets and sweatshirts, that's about it.
And the stands are still very full.
in week number 7. Yeah, nice crowd here tonight. Really nice crowd.
Chopping.
26-yard
gonna
line.
make it.
Game.
Why not?
There you go. The delay a game on a possession change.
Yeah, second time tonight.
Delay game is the call against the Goslings. First and 15.
First down and 15 now. Handoff right side, and very little happening over there. Vikings going to move to 5-0 in conference play. 2 games left. Home next week versus Stoughton, and on the road at Portage.
Yep.
And they have their eyes set on a potential conference championship at this point. 2 games left, you're undefeated. You have to start thinking, can we run the table?
See how Portage and DeForest came out tonight. That's a game they'll be watching. Wanting to know the score of that one.
Maybe we have some resources who could help us with.
I mean, there might be some people out there that have access to the internet that might be able to help us out.
Oh, here we go. Trying to catch the. Is that who it is? Ball intercepted.
Nice catch.
Oh, we almost
Great
had our
catch.
defensive touchdown.
Near side 20-yard line. Owen Krimmer, the sophomore, back in coverage and turning the tables for the Vikings.
Well, that's a moment he won't forget.
Reached backward, made a nice catch on the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it is, too. Great job reading the quarterback. Reach back for it.
Rimmer with the interception.
The sophomore class giving him a little shout out
Absolutely,
right there.
yeah. Sophomore's proud.
Yep.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Vikings after the interception by Krimmer. And here's Hendrickson again. Handoff, left side, the 20. Trying to find the corner, 15. Flag comes in.
You know, you watch that play happen, but the interaction that just went on down on the sidelines, probably one of the reasons why we are having as good a year as we are. Everybody was so happy for him coming off.
Yep.
You know, it is a true team. These boys really support each other, and they're happy when someone else makes a play. It's not a me thing for anybody. It's always just about what's good for the team. And
and you can see Coach St. Arnold and his staff. Culture is big to them.
That's a culture thing, and they've done a great job of that.
That's not by accident.
Yep.
Clock runs. First and 18 or so here. Handoff again up the middle. Patterson. Dumped on across the 25-yard line, and
that should do it.
That might do it.
Should do it, I think. I don't know.
Last play.
Final play of homecoming 2022. Henderson gets a snap, handoff, near side. Patterson, the 25. Flag comes in. Are you kidding me?
Weird.
At some point, just let it go, guys. It's fine. You're not being evaluated on your last play of the game.
Nope. Yeah.
Penalty.
So we did have a update from Coach Ness. Stoughton with a 28-19 lead over Portage tonight.
Okay.
That was about 23 minutes ago. It's got to be getting close to over. So that would
That's big for the Vikings.
That's big. That'd be very big.
That would drop Portage down to 2 losses. They've already defeated DeForest.
Yes.
Right.
So they own the tiebreaker there.
So you still want to take care of business, but
Absolutely.
it certainly doesn't hurt.
Yep. 47-20. Vikings close it out. So I don't know. Maybe did Watertown just decline that penalty? I hope so.
Line
they
them
must
back
have.
up.
47-20. Fun night, guys, here at homecoming.
great
Oh,
night.
absolutely.
Beautiful night. Vikings looked really good, offensive side of the ball. So they move on. They keep the train rolling.
And we're still undefeated.
We are. Oh, my gosh.
We're
Coach
still
St. Arnold,
undefeated.
if you can hear us
Right.
and you make it to Camp Randall, you need us to do the game.
Jack Preem, Mark Frederickson, Brad Richardson with you here tonight. It's been another fun one, and Vikings victorious 47-20. We're going to wrap things up here, Blaine. All right, sounds good. Vikings efficient here tonight in all phases of the game, and move on here in conference play. 5-0, they are 6-1 overall, and 2 games remaining in this 2022 season.
and Taw are your local eye care professionals. Samuelson Eye Care provides the highest quality optometric care for both adults and children in a friendly, comfortable, and professional environment. Clear vision starts with healthy eyes, so contact Samuelson Eye Care at 437-3377. That's 437-3377 to schedule an exam today. You'll be glad you did.
Farmers Savings Bank is proud of their community banking tradition. Farmers Savings Bank is committed to providing a high level of customer service and products to enhance the well-being of the communities they serve. Whether it is for a home, farm, land, or business loan, Farmers Savings Bank has money to lend. Be sure to call your local Mount Horeb Farmers Savings Bank today at 437-2265. Farmers Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.